Yeah, I'll go for your phone. You fucked up. And your phone full of hoes. You fucked up. Try test tape, no. You fucked up. Clap on no show. You fucked up. Yeah, I'll go for your phone. You fucked up. And your phone full of hoes. You fucked up. Try test tape, no. You fucked up.
Run the track.
Fucking looped again. Can't be bothered. Right, big up everybody that's locked in. We're here. 24 hours after the nightmare at Stamford Bridge. Well, one of various nightmares. Big up everybody that's in here. We lost again. Played like shit again. Played a back four again. Same shit, different team. All of that crap. Except now we're leaking shots, possession, goals, all of that crap. Yeah, Musa, I'm ill as fuck right now, bruv. The only reason why I'm doing this stream is because I'm not trying to duck. I've been here every single time we've lost. I am still going to be here. Big up to yourself, though. Big up Flawless, my G. Says chin up. Nope, we're fucked. 26 shots and 70% possession. Apparently, it's 51 shots on our goal since Lampard took over. 3 games, 51 shots. I know I said things can't get worse. I might have been wrong. I don't think things would have got any better under Potter. But would we have conceded this much amount of shots under him? I don't think so. I don't think so, bruv. It's just long. As soon as we play a semi-decent team or a team better than Brighton, which, by the way, Tuesday, we're getting panned. We're holding 5 at the Bridge. Benzema's going to bag another hat-trick. I'm telling you, all I care about on Tuesday is my Hazard minutes. Tells the Blanco, no, I will be there to witness Eden Hazard back at the Bridge. That's it. That's all I'm going for. I'm not going there with the expectation that we're going to fucking win the game, because we're not. Don't even think we're going to score. Give me Hazard sympathy minutes at the Bridge. That is all I'm asking for. Because I'm not asking for these bozos to do anything. They're fucking shit. They're fucking terrible, bruv. Although, I'll be real, Lampard threw that game away, basically. He threw the game away. With the setup, the lineup, even the substitutions. Like, he took off Fofana who was our only good centre-back. He took off Enzo, who, to be honest, was still shit in that game, but I'm surprised you take him off when he's the only midfielder that's probably going to make something out of nothing. Who else did he sub off? Let me see if I can find it quickly. So we took off Sterling, which, to be honest, fair enough. We're playing him up top. He weren't going to do anything. Zakaria, sack of shit. He was terrible. But taking off Enzo and Fofana just made fuck all sense to me. Fuck all sense to me. He did not play that game to win because we were a lot better defensively against Madrid in a back five. Then he comes into this game and he thinks, let me go play a back four again. You know what? I think that's what's going to work. I think that's what's going to be the solution to our problems. Dickhead! The only good thing is this guy is only here for 7 games. But fucking hell, he could genuinely lose every match. He could lose all the games. Because now I'm not even confident for Forest at home. I'm not even confident for, what is it? Well, Bournemouth away, I was never confident about anyway. That was going to be a draw. It's just shit. We're going to lose every game under this guy. Because he's going to play a fucking 4. God forbid this guy plays a back 4 against Madrid on Tuesday. I might just stay in the concourse. I'll just neck pints all game. Well, it's just non-alcoholic. It's a UCL night. Fuck it. I'm going to have to just fucking go to it. Whatever. Ancelotti, I rate you. Big up for the double and all of that. But seriously, if you don't give Hazard some minutes, I'm going to be fucking fuming. It's all we have left. It's all we have fucking left in that time, man. I thought Lampard was going to bring the good vibes. So did I. But all he brought was a fucking back 4. That's all he brought. The lineup was just funny. I don't know what I'm expecting Gallagher, Enzo, Zakaria to do in midfield. But even then, they were just 3 holograms. Zakaria, he is probably not seeing another minute until the end of the season after that. Because that was atrocious. He didn't win anything in that game. He completed 9 passes all game, failed to win a duel, and failed to win a tackle. As a centre midfielder. They just ran right through him all game. Enzo just spammed long balls. And that was it. Didn't do anything else. Who else? Gallagher, I mean, he got the goal deflected because obviously we're not going to actually score a goal. We need a helping hand to do it. But even he was mid. And second half, he missed easier chances. The front 3, what is Sterling up front going to fucking do? What's that going to do? Like, you're going to hoof long balls out to, what, 5'5" Sterling? What's that going to do? Pulisic was scared to even take players on. Like, he's just second-guessing himself the whole time. Mudryk, to be fair, was the only bright spark in that entire midfield and attack. He had a lot of space on the left-hand side. Brighton were playing high up, to be fair. He looks dangerous when he cuts inside. And he's always trying to make something happen. He's not trying to be the guy, the playmaker or anything like that. He's simply there to either try and assist or try and score. That's it. Got too many people who are second-guessing themselves, tippy-tapping with the ball, all of that. Mudryk weren't on that. He should be starting against Madrid, and if he continues on that, he should be starting him every game until the end of the season. Him, Fofana, and even Fofana was a bit iffy for the first goal, and Kepa. Fair play to Kepa, because that should have been 5-1 Brighton. He kept the scoreline decent in that first half. Yeah, there was the typical Kepa long shot and everything like that. But I'm starting to think that this is just a Lampard thing. Because Kepa didn't have problems this consistently with long shots until Lampard came back. Now, our team is so disjointed because the midfield is so far away from the attack and so far away from the defense. There's so many gaps for players to expose. And then when they have that space, all they're going to see is Kepa standing there. And they're going to think, fuck it, let me have a hit. Because that's all they were doing. I think McAllister, Pascal Gross, Even Enciso, who scored, or however you pronounce that dickhead's name, they were all spamming long shots. Because there's so much space between the midfield and the defence. And that is because Lampard decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play a back four. Fuck's sakes. To Andrew, to Scott, I apologise, man. I apologise. This isn't vibes. This is just the same shit with a different manager. If anything, it's slightly more clueless. Ali's Potter had the decency to just play a back five, even if he had stupid-ass decisions he made with his lineup and his game management. At least he kept the back five. Can't even compare Potter to Lampard. They're just two cheeks of the same arse. Like, well, what's even the point? Well, we'd be so much better if we kept Potter. No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't have won any of these games either. It's just maybe we wouldn't got pammed as much. Southampton is my team next week. Up the Chelsea. Big up, my guy. Honestly think, we can't start Aubrey on Tuesday. Graham Potter took him out of the UCL squad. But how, in a rotated 11 that you're basically trying to throw the game for, you don't want to play Aubameyang or Fofana? That makes no sense to me at all. At all. There's over 300 of you lot in here, though. Hit the likes. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. What was it? Super chat if you want to guarantee your comment gets read out, or if you want to at least salvage my weekend because this has just been fucking shit. And yeah, it's crap. Lewis, just admit these players don't care anymore. Yeah. I've been there. I've been saying that for ages. Half these players are on the beach or they're looking for a new move. And it's like they're just protecting themselves. That's it. None of them give a shit. There's no leadership. There's no motivation. There's no mentality. There is nothing. There is nothing. This, though, this is waffle. Enzo just had a bad game. That's it. Yeah, Jazza, I don't know what Aubameyang or Fofana are even doing at this point. Havertz is out injured. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll continue to not play a striker. What the fuck is that about? Stupid as shit, man. Lewis, it seems to me Lampard was basically auditioning Arsenal players available. What? Sorry, bro. I don't know what you're saying with that one. Sorry, bro. Flawless? No, we ain't running that. Back five is clear. Yeah, Ilias, 4 fucking months. I have asked for 15 points. 15 points from this shower of fucking shit that I pretend is Chelsea Football Club. We haven't got 15 points since I started asking. Fucking ridiculous. Lewis, I think we're just trashing a back 3 and 4 personally. Yeah, but in a back 3, I could at least say it was more individual errors. We looked a lot more solid as a unit. In a back 4, we're just a fucking mess. Just a complete mess. Like, I get what you're saying. We lose with a 3. We lose with a 4. We don't look as bad in a 3. We concede less shots. We make more chances. Our problem is just individuals when it gets to playing in a back 3 because it exposes who's actually fucking shit. When we're in a back 4, everyone's shit, but so is the system. Yep, 9 passes from Zakaria. Disgraceful, man. Disgraceful. Man just came back from 2 relegation battle seasons. What vibes? Yeah, he's taking us to another one, man. He is fucking taking us to another one. Give me a sec. I'm just going to keep rolling through your comments. I think Goonie's going to roll through in a little bit too. YouTube, why do you keep restricting me? What the fuck? Lewis, we need to have a dialogue on Sterling. Yeah, he's been crap this season, but I don't know what we were doing playing him up front. When I saw the lineup, I thought it was Mudryk up top. That would have made a bit more sense. He's a lot more physical, a lot faster. I'd say he makes better decisions as well. I don't know why we put Sterling up top. when Obba's there, you should have just benched him. Should have just benched him or played him on the right. Because I won't pretend Pulisic was any good either. Pulisic was just as shit. He was just as shit too. Chalobah's getting cooked differently. Yeah, but you know what? He was one-on-one against Mitoma. And he hasn't played in like 3 months. It's whatever. I haven't really got too much energy for Chalobah. He couldn't handle Mitoma one-on-one. A guy with a diploma on dribbling or whatever the fuck it is. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. Look at the stats on there too. 30% possession, 20 shots conceded to 3. What the fuck? Todd Bowley has to have some blame for this season. People think because he spent 6 million we're going to be good. No, you've contradicted yourself in that one sentence, my friend. He spent 600 million, but a lot of them are on future investments that just haven't really hit the ground running right now. That's why it looks a lot worse on him. I get Todd Bowley's partly to blame. He sacked Tuchel, he brought in Potter, and it started this domino effect. Fair enough. In terms of the money, I'm not blaming him for that. I'm not blaming him for that. Who's going to complain that a man's come in and spent 600 million in his first year? We're not going to do that. Big up to yourself, Poku, anyway. Is Sterling the worst signing this season? I mean, he might be. He might be. It's starting to get to that point. It's really starting to get to that point. And Sizzo had a screamer. I even loved the goal. I knew it was coming. We were getting battered. We're not safe, Lewis. I think we are safe. Thank goodness we got 9 points under Thomas Tuchel before he got sacked. Because if we didn't have those points, we'd be 3 points off the drop. And then we are talking about a relegation scrap. As of right now, I think the bottom 3 have to win 4 of their last 7, and we have to lose every game for them to catch up to us. I don't think that will happen. But keep this up, we'll be 6 points off the drop by the end of the season. We will be 6 points off the drop. That I do think we should be worried about. Not being 18th, but 14th, 15th. Keep this run going, Chelsea. Keep this run going. Watch. It's going to happen. Don't lie, Lewis. This is way worse than under Potter. I don't think so, bro. We had 4 wins in 20 under him. I don't think it's worse. Whatever shape Lampard chooses at any club he coaches, the same defensive traits emerge. Huge spaces in between the lines. Players left without defensive cover. Easy press to play through. I agree on the press. Part of me thinks like we're a lot more compact when we play in a back 5. I felt like we were a bit better against Madrid. The problem was more individuals. Kova was shite. Chilwell was shite. James was shite. And that was where we struggled. I hope you're hopping on as well, bro. Is Obba... I don't know why we don't fucking play this guy. Because Mount came off the bench and he's got issues with the board. So why is Obba not coming on? Why is he not starting? If not him, where is Fofana? Are we going to say Fofana's going to be that much worse? Just play Fofana. You want to make that much rotations in a Premier League game? You might as well do that. Yeah, bro, I can't lie. I've caught a really bad illness, but I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I've got this, and I've got Shameless FC afterwards, so drop your prayers. And also hit the like button because I'm still running this shit, and I'm sick as fuck, and I'd rather just lie down in it. So yeah, hit the like button, drop a super chat, and big up. Big up to AV as well, saying about Tuchel's 11 points. We would probably be relegated. Probably. Oh, 11 points. So we actually would be in the relegation zone, or we'd be on joint points. No, we'd be a point off. We'd be a point off. Can we be surprised that players are checked out? You want most of them to leave anyway. You're always going to cut corners if you know you're on your way out. You know what? Yeah, you're not too wrong. Can't be too surprised at it. But same way, fuck them. Because it's still their job. I believe Connor should start against Real. You have a death wish. Lewis, this is what you wanted. Everyone stay fit to season end and no, but I said I wouldn't mind Conference or Europa League because at least it gives me midweek content. Now I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do for the midweek. Go back to last summer transfer. I said Sterling transfer is the worst one for us. Galib seal of approval strikes again, innit? We are winning the league, Lewis. Yeah, big up to Fraser. You, man, keep doing your thing, bro. Keep doing your thing. Where was our striker, CDM? We haven't got a CDM, bro. We sold him to Arsenal. A win, win, win. Potter was clear of Lampard. If we weren't going to get a proper Kaffa, we should have just kept Potter. I think it's trash v garbage. And I think with Graham Potter in charge, things would have just got a lot more toxic. That's why it's like I can't do Potter v Lampard and this crap because they're both crap. I just don't think it makes a difference. That's why I said I didn't care who we got in as interim. I didn't care. Like I would have taken Sam Allardyce. I would have taken Big Sam. Wouldn't have made a fucking difference to me. Yeah, this is what I agree with, but that's not on Bowley. That's on the manager. Why is he not playing them? How is Ziyech coming off the bench and Madueke isn't even on the squad? And Ziyech was literally in Paris in January waiting for a move. He's wanted to leave for the last year. Why are you not prioritizing the players that want to be here? That don't make any sense to me. We couldn't even get... No, we got the ball to Pulisic. Let's not do this. Whenever Pulisic had the ball, he made the most timid, pathetic attempts to dribble, second-guessing himself all the time, and gave away possession for fun. Big up, my bro, but we're not going to do this. Pulisic was a load of crap. He was crap yesterday. And I don't even have any issues with Pulisic. I know he's going to leave in the summer. I understand it because there's too many players in his way. But he was crap. He weren't good enough. He weren't good enough. Reece James, yeah, bro, we're going to have a talk about James. He came on and was just shit. Him and Chalobah got done 2v1 by one player at the byline, and we're lucky Welbeck missed an open goal. Then it was his pass that led to the second goal. Same thing as the fucking first goal against Real Madrid. If this is what Reece James is like when he's holding the surgery off, bro, please just go for the surgery. Please just take the surgery, take all the time off you need, and just come back when you're ready. N'Golo Kante settings and all of that, please. You don't need to waste your body on this season. What are we fighting for? Just go take your surgery. Just go do it. Because there's no point. The performances aren't even worth keeping. Senegalese tapping Tobes. Fucking hell, bro. Spanish Shakira. Sean Wright Phillips' son. Who's that? Sterling. All of them's are worse transfers. Fofana isn't performing in the under-21s. So play Aubameyang then. Play Aubameyang. I don't know why we're doing Sterling up top. You can throw Havertz up top for most games of the season, even though everyone wants to waffle and say, oh, he's not a number 9 and all of that. But when we have strikers on the bench and the guy you want to play up top isn't even there, it's still just going to throw someone else out of position into that spot. I don't get what we're doing. I don't get what we're doing. Would you take the Zerbi? Yes. I haven't seen Chelsea get bullied like that in the bridge in a minute. I think Goonie wanted to hop on for a little sec, so I'm going to send him the link, and I'm going to send the link out to the panel. Wherever he is, just... Oh, fuck's sake. Bear with me for a sec. See what Goonie's saying. We're not getting UEFA content. No, we're not. Sorry. Speak about Joao Felix error leading to a goal. What? Was it his misplaced pass? Shit, I don't even remember. What? The second goal? Because he came off the bench. That was Reece James, no? I swear it was Reece James, the sloppy pass. And then the ball got played into the middle and they just smacked it. Don't worry, Lewis. Apparently, Potter needed a pre-season, but look at De Zerbi and Emery. Good coaches. Trevor's shit. We did speak about it, but like Trev hasn't played in ages, and Lampard put him at right back 1-on-1 against Mitoma. We all knew he was going to drop a stinker. I'm not surprised by that. Mitoma is a fucking baller. That guy's dribbling is fucking nuts. I don't blame him. I don't blame Trev for that. So I'm not looking at him and thinking, what the fuck, bro? It's like, whatever. We were going to lose that battle. Yeah, James needs to take the surgery. What would you do if I was a new owner? Fuck ton of outgoings. Fuck ton of ingoings. Yeah, no, it is Bowley. This came out months ago, like back in February. That was the board who were up above telling Potter not to play Aubameyang. So yeah, this is a board thing. But Mount was meant to be the same energy, and we're bringing him off the bench. So why aren't we doing that with Oba? Oh, well, we want to raise Mason Mount's transfer valuation. Don't you want to do that with Oba? Because he's on a 2-year deal? Makes no sense. Makes no sense to me at all. Big up Cameron saying we're actually going to be 15th or 16th. Yep, we are. Keep this run going. We're going to slide down the table. Roy Hodgson was, I think, 9 points behind us when he first took over Palace. Now he's 3 points. We have Brentford and Arsenal next. I don't even need to ask you how many points we're getting out of that run. I want to try and delude myself into thinking we can have some impact against Arsenal. We're just going to lose. I think Arteta started when we beat them 6-0. So I know he's going to be after revenge. And fair play to him. Fair play to him. I don't blame his ass. Remember my words again, bro. I want Szoboszlai over Felix. I remember, bro. Szoboszlai Hive. Let's go. We're in the muds, but enjoy the mud bath. And there's nothing to enjoy, bro. This is just shit. I will take Enrique, personally. I want someone with just a set formation. Not someone who's just going to change it up every week. Lewis, did you boo? No, I didn't. I didn't boo either of them. I don't really blame the fans for booing them, though. At least now it's not just a case of scapegoating and you're just anti-Cucurella and he's all of our problems. Going after everybody. Fair enough. Do it. Just do it. I don't even care at this point. We need a DM, centre mid, striker, goalkeeper, and we need prayers next season. Hella prayers. Just fucking shit. I was so happy over the last week. You see how chilled I was on both watch-alongs? Because I weren't there. I go to one game. I'm back to being a miserable little shit. I don't know why I keep doing to myself. Oh, wait, I'm getting paid for vlogs. That's why. That's the only reason why I bother. Other than that, I wouldn't be asked for it either. This is just fucking shit. Fucking useless, bruv. Lewis, it does make sense. Nobody is buying Oba. Clubs are in for Mount. People will come in for Oba in the summer. No one came in January because he had already played for 2 clubs in the same season, and you can't play for more than 2 clubs in one season. If that wasn't the case, other players would have come in for it. What was it? Other clubs would have come in for him. So yeah, someone will come in for Oba. Don't worry about that. But we should be trying to raise his valuation at that time. We'll only get 6 more points, Forest and Bournemouth. I wouldn't be so sure. We're making anybody look good. And we don't even like Bournemouth away. So I wouldn't be so sure about that. Oh, yeah, shit. I just learned how to say his name. Let's go. Let's go. Big up to Ryan. Big up, my G. I want to die. Yeah, you need Mount to sign that contract. I hear you, bro. I hear you. To be fair, Mount came on and injected a little bit of energy. Like, he looked a little bit better than what we had. So fair play to Mace. Other than that, everyone except for Fana, Kepa, and Mudryk was a shower of shit. They're all just crap. All just fucking crap. Lewis, yeah, I did see the fans with Todd. I did see that. And I don't blame them for venting their frustration. At least Bowley listened and responded back to them. He's got a big summer ahead of him. I've already said, other than sacking Tuchel and bringing in Potter, I don't really think he's done too much wrong. I saw he was with the Chelsea team for like over an hour after the game. Hope he was walking around just handing out P45s. Because they all deserve it, the dickheads. Gallagher really wants... Yes, unless a top 6 club comes in for him. So, keep a lookout, brother. Who do you think is Ivan Toney, bro? That's my dream. The dream is Toney. Do you blame the ship or the captain? I blame both. The ship is crap. The captain's a retard. Simple as that. 6 odds. Yeah. If we don't get 11 points, this is our worst points total in the Premier League season. I saw that yesterday. Now, I'm thinking, where the fuck are you getting 11 points from? Like Peter just said, I'd settle for 3. Hell, 4. Get me a draw somewhere too. Unless you mean 3 draws, Peter. In that case, fair enough. Fair enough. We're getting, Brian, listening to this. You said you were getting fucking Enzo and fucking Bellingham and fucking Kone, and now you're not going to get either of them. You probably won't get either of them two either, and you're going to get Gallagher, you're going to have Mount, and you're going to be grateful. Man said I wanted to, yep. I want to unalive myself. Oh, we got the whole of Shameless FC in here. Big up, Neil. I said, could be worse, bro. I said that 2 weeks ago, and it got worse. We have Madrid, Brentford, and Arsenal next. It will get worse. Then we have Forest and Bournemouth. Might get better. Then we got 2 trips to Manchester to hold smoke to both clubs. And Newcastle on the last day. It will get worse. But yeah, at least City are winning the league. Arsenal, hold that. Saka, hold that. Your team's shit. And you're going to end the season with as much trophies as we have. Hold that, you dickheads. That's the only thing I can enjoy in football right now. Everything else just sucks. So we can ruin... Nah, let's not do that, bruv. So we can... What? So we're not going to get the best available option striker for us? Because what? We're going to ruin him too? Let's not do that. Get Ivan Toney in. He will fix our attack and fix our link-up play. And he will score goals. And he will create goals. And he will be an aerial threat. And he will be a focal point. Why are we even going to talk down on Toney to Chelsea unless we're talking about the betting situation? Oh, you mean 3 draws? Fair enough, bro. Where do you think we're getting 3 draws from? Must be Forest and Bournemouth and the others. Have we even got 11 points in our past 11 games? Serious question. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. You're hoping for Lavia. I have bad news, my friend. We're getting Lavia. We are getting Lavia. So sorry for that. Oh, look, we have the Havertz saying, but Havertz is the problem. I promise you, Havertz would not have done a fucking thing in that team yesterday. What would he have done? Would he have won aerial duels? Well, would he have scored? With what chances? Would he have beaten players? Would he have created chances? Nope. I guarantee you he'd have 2 offsides, 2 fouls, and a yellow card and a big chance missed. Let's not even do this. Brother, Havertz will not shag you. No matter how much you bring him in and try to defend him on this stream, he will not give you that woody, bro. He will not. He has got plenty of other options. You are not getting his dick. Relax, my friend. Please relax. What else is everybody saying? Is there any shot? No. Unless you're playing career mode. Man said about knockout Madrid. What are you talking about? The only knockout Madrid might get is some Chelsea hooligans bump into Madrid hooligans on the way to the ground. That's it. That's it. Lewis, you're the problem as well. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was my fault that Chelsea lost yesterday. It was my fault. Sorry, guys. I apologize. It was on me. I'm the reason why we played a back four, innit? I'm the reason why we played a back four. I apologize, people. Next game, I'll tell Lampard play a back five. Maybe we'll win. At the same time, Aubameyang wouldn't have done anything in that game yesterday. He created nothing. I actually understand that, to be honest, but it would have made more sense in the lineup. What would you expect Sterling up top to do? Genuinely. Even if you play Havertz, you'll think at least there might be a chance or two for him. Maybe he'll hold up the ball once or twice. Aubameyang might get into the right positions a bit more. Might have a shot or two. What is Sterling doing up top? Even Fofana will hold up the ball. I think he's a little bit raw. I'm not too sure what else he'd guarantee to bring us, but at least he'd hold up the ball. He's a physical specimen. He'd be able to do that. What is Sterling up top doing against Webster and Dunk and a very tall, very physical Brighton team? I have no idea what you expect him to do in that position. Nothing. Fucking nothing. Bro, that weren't even a pause. No, that weren't a pause. Weren't even a pause. Yeah, Bleed, I hear you, bruv. I hear you. Yeah, LFC is what it is, bruv. Is what it is. Can't lie, Lewis to do a better job still. Yeah. Oh, we have got 15 points from 16 games. How much was I asking for when I started asking for 40 then? I thought it was 15. At the very least, I'd play a back five. I said Sterling. Oh, fucking hell, mate. Yeah, it's a load of crap. Loads of fucking crap. Right, Goonie's running in a little bit late, so I'm going to send the link out and see who's about. I think there'll still be room for Goonie anyway. Fucking shit. Guys, hit the like button as well while you're in here. Let me know what you man are saying. Drop a super chat if you want to help me out or just make this weekend a little bit more tolerable. And yeah, don't forget to check out Shameless. Thankfully, I'm not the only team that lost. Thankfully. Right, let's see who's in there. Yes, guys. Yes, people. I want to kill
We've got Super Frankie Lampard. He knows exactly what we need.
Tap me in attack. Tomori at the back. Chelsea got to win the Champions League. Hey, guys. At least we scored yesterday, though, right?
Hey, Lewis, seems like Chelsea's costing you your health now as well, man. Money and health.
Yep.
Good Lord, man.
Eventually, I'm just going to take the plunge and jump off that bridge.
I just want to propose a vibe check. Vibe check for all six of us. How we feel.
Like?
Super vibes over here, Peter. Super vibes.
That's good, man.
Super vibes.
No,
Also, how's everyone that told me it wouldn't get worse? How's everyone doing when they said it wouldn't get worse?
Did it get worse?
Yeah, it did. We got super worse.
How?
Who's got that background noise?
That was me. Yeah, it is you, bro.
It is you, bro.
How can you have background? You're in your house. What? How?
Also
Take
wearing
the
headphones,
headphones off,
What the
bro.
hell, man?
Just take them
Got
off.
headphones on, and you're in your house.
outside.
Why are you wearing shades inside? What's this whole thing?
At least
Well,
that's
it's not me. That wasn't me, fam. That wasn't
It
me.
was you. I muted you and it disappeared.
you.
It was you, bro.
It was you with the noise. Oh.
But yeah, I'll be real. I think it's got worse only because now we're conceding like 25 shots a game.
We told you.
I
Hey.
didn't. Yeah, I
Hey.
apologize to both of you, man, in the sarcasm chat. In it, it's done. It's whatever.
That's not
Look,
good, man.
guys, I am surprised that hiring a manager
Also-
who led Everton to 3 wins in 21.
14
Now,
and
Theo-
17 league games he's lost.
Theo,
14 and
I was
17
going to
league
say,
games.
no, Andrew. Do you know his last 15 league games, right? Do you know what his win percentage is?
Is it
Like
single
whatever-
digits?
Yeah, whatever
Yes.
1 and 15 is.
6%.
7%?
It's 6%. It was a one win he's had was a 3-0 win against Palace when he was Everton manager in his last 15 games.
He wouldn't beat Palace now with Hodgson. He wouldn't beat Palace now.
That's below 20%, 18% roughly. It's insane.
It's actually-
No,
he said 7%. That's
It's
that's
6. Bro, it's
Sorry, he
6%
said 6.
win
That's
percentage.
definitely below 20.
Scott, you don't even really need to take Lampard's you just take the whole season he's coached, right? 21 games at Everton, 3 games at Chelsea. 3 and 23 is what we're looking at. Right?
Is that worse than? That's worse than.
Potter, yes.
You man said it could have been
3
worse.
and 23.
Wait, what?
Lampard,
23. That is
Lewis,
insane.
Lewis, listen. Lampard managed 21 matches for Everton. They won 3 games. He's managed 2 for us. We've lost them both. He has 3 wins in 23 Premier League matches as a manager this season.
It's kind of unfair to Chell. Like it's like Bowley. It's like what's his name? Para go to Everton and do miracles over there too. So
He'd do a
I don't
better
know.
job than Lampard did at Everton. He'd 100% do a better job.
Like I said, like people taking the words basically. What's his name? Like what they want to hear. Like all vibes. Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh shit. Oh, you in the
Big up
birthday
the king.
party. That's why
Big
you're
up
wearing
the
crowns, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My daughter is 4 years old today. So
Oh,
Happy
mother's
birthday,
off.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
to her, man.
yeah, some fuck ruined my mood in the morning. So like.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
too many
fucking-
dickheads in it. Fuck.
Don't worry, some fuck ruined my vibe yesterday, so it's all good.
And
Whoa,
no,
Lewis, we
18
we were winning for half an hour.
Yes, sir.
We were on 42
That didn't
points.
feel like
at
a
half
win.
an hour. 42
Didn't
points.
feel
we were
like
on
a
half
win.
an hour.
Like
42
I
points.
think
Hey.
the whole thing with vibes. I don't even know who got it. I just understand the point of what's his name with Lampard taking the job. That's what I'm looking for. If this is what what it takes for the owners to think before they hire, I'm okay with it. Because look, I don't know how to explain it, but if we look into the next season, does really those games change anything?
No,
Not really.
Not really, exactly. So for me, I don't like. I just want us to win because I want Chelsea to win.
Holy cow.
You see what I'm saying? So at the same time, I don't want to be in the position 7. I don't have a YouTube channel to run midweek things and stuff like that. I understand Lewis' perspective. So if he give you perspective, that's the reason why. For me, I don't even want to recognize what Scott says whatsoever. The guy wants all Chelsea fans to be miserable fucks. He got his wish, and
Hell
now
yeah.
he's laughing at everybody. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
in the beginning of the season, this is Scott's words. He's like, I want us to suffer. Well, suffer then.
You
Don't-
got it. Yeah,
you got it.
Oh,
Exactly.
oh, you guys think it's not going to get worse? Just wait, brothers.
What's worse, Peter? Do you think we're gonna get relegated? Mathematically, no.
No, we're legitimately going to lose every game.
So
Like,
Yeah, we're playing tougher teams. Yeah, soon.
what I'm
No,
saying,
no,
the
like-
biggest
like-
threat for me was relegation because I wanted, the moment of Potter getting sacked, where he got sacked, didn't make sense. I'd rather him get fired in January when the whole thing and stuff like that. But I really don't care right now. What's the difference, Peter, between 11 and 15?
Oh, you're telling me, brother. I've been saying this. I've been saying this like since October, November.
Well,
I said as long
you
as we
see,
don't
you
go
even
down,
you give up on Potter even before I did.
I gave up on Potter before it was consensus that he was horrible.
Yeah.
Oh,
say
you
Peter
don't
gave up
know about like
The moment
adjust
Tuchel was back is when Peter gave up.
I told you guys. I watched 7 minutes yesterday. I saw Ferguson crash the bar. I said, I'm not watching this.
Mm.
I'm gonna go for a walk and enjoy my Saturday morning, and I did.
Okay,
shit,
I'll
our
say one
difference.
thing.
Fair
I
enough.
only want us to win one game, and if it's gonna be one game, it will be like a
Arsenal.
win in a trophy. I swear, man, it will be feeling like it's a win in a trophy.
Yeah, give me. Well, we're not being Arsenal, so whatever. But no one saying after 16th of October we have 20 points, 1 point above the relegation zone. Scary for us if Tuchel wasn't there, we would be in the relegation zone period. That's scary. Happy birthday,
No.
little angel. Big up.
We-
And yeah,
Thank
your
you.
points off
Thank
the
you,
drop
man.
without Tuchel.
I was going to say we wouldn't quite be in the relegation zone, but yeah, we'd only be above Leeds on goal difference. We'd be 1 point above the relegation zone. If it wasn't
How
for
much
Tuchel.
we're supposed to save for that for Thomas Tuchel?
Hey man,
11
he ruined
points.
his whole fault,
11
right?
points.
Hey, it's all his fault, right? He ruined the
Yeah,
club.
to
blah, blah,
Chiliban.
blah.
Yeah, remember when people were calling him to Chiliban?
That was mad.
That was
It
a
is what it
madness.
is. But look, guys,
The pictures were
One more
fucking.
time
The pictures were.
practice.
guys, look, we got a big night against Real Madrid. We just need some passion and desire, and we'll be all right? It'll be fine.
That's what Lampard
Holy
said.
fuck.
He said if you think these players won't be up for the game on Wednesday, he said.
Yeah, he didn't even say
No,
Tuesday. He said Wednesday.
Yeah.
Also,
Wednesday, yes.
What did he say about
Remember when-
Wednesday?
He said.
No, he
if
said
you
the
don't-
game.
the players will be up
They'll be
some-
ready for the game on Wednesday,
It's a-
but it's on Tuesday.
It's an abbreviation. It's like it said something about the players will be up for it. Will give their all essentially on Tuesday.
By the way, Andrew, you know when people said, by the way, oh, has Lampard learned anything? It took him 3 games to go back to blaming the players and taking no responsibility.
Okay, did the Potter blame the players once?
No,
So-
he took all the brunt of the frustration on himself.
I have a
saying
question for Lewis.
Always gave everything.
3 games. It took Lampard 3 games to start blaming the players and going back to, oh, they didn't give enough, this, that, and the other. It took 3 games.
I have a question for Lewis and Fator. They're probably the only ones who can answer this question. So you guys were at the ground yesterday. In some way, you've both experienced Chelsea, like match day Chelsea under Frank Lampard in the ground in this second stint. Because a lot of people like to do this thing. A lot of our fans like to do this thing where they pretend that our players just completely don't care, which I think a large portion of them actually don't. But when I watch Chelsea, on the rare occasions that I do, I don't see a team that's just disinterested. I see a team that's completely lost. A team that doesn't know what to do, doesn't know where their next pass should be, and like just clearly needs guidance, and like is just a bunch of guys trying to figure out their own shit. And obviously struggling because we're not on the same page. Does it come across that same way to you, Lewis, now that you've been in the ground and watched us over stream? Or what do you feel like is actually going on in these matches?
Partly they look confused and lost. Partly we're playing a 4-3-3 with so many gaps in between the midfield and attack and the midfield and the defense that you can put about 4 or 5 players in between there and then just pass the ball around for fun or try lick shots at Kepa. Partly, we're also playing teams that are just straight up better than us, but I don't think that's the main factor. I think the main part is just we don't have a system. We just look completely lost. We're playing a fucking back 4. Like, why are we even doing that? We all know a back 4 doesn't work, but we want to try persist with that again.
Well, vibes.
Even yesterday as well, like the players, was it Kepa and Chalobah trying to work on the tactics themselves rather than the manager sort it out.
Hey, man, you're getting your vibes, though, Fator. You're all good, right?
I enjoyed Madrid, to be
There's
fair.
no vibes, bro. There's no
I said I
vibes.
enjoyed Madrid. What about
Yeah,
yesterday?
Fatty, who were you swearing at on the television?
Which one?
What do you mean, which television?
Oh, you caught on camera again?
Yeah, you caught on camera. You were
Oh,
swearing
that
at someone.
one. That was a foul, obviously. Yeah, I was swearing at the ref.
Okay.
Somebody
Guys
asked
yelling at
me.
the ref as if we're going to score a free kick or something anyways.
Somebody asked me in the chat. GCPINC.
Oh, Pokedoku.
Pokedoku.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
No.
Are you still happy with Soul
This guy's
J5?
also throwing a party with Monster. Allow it, man.
I kind of like, okay, past 2 games, Arsenal games, did it help Arsenal to win? Because that's what he's
He
supposed
didn't
to
play
do.
last game, but he played today, right?
Yeah, and
He
the
was on the
last game
bench.
we're saying why Jorginho didn't play in that game, and today he did play it at a game. And to be fair, actually, when he came in, intensity of pressure West Ham in their own half was dead. They were
Yeah.
passing side to side. When Partey was there, they were going directly. He's not as good as Jorginho in passing, but he's definitely, when he sees opening, he's gonna pass it.
Yeah.
Jorginho, I always said Jorginho is the worst thing if you go and goal down and you need to win. But Jorginho is going to be for them good next season when we're playing Champions League. That's when they're going to take advantage of it. And I think it's fair to say.
Yep.
For me, it's still, for me, it's Premier League, man. We're building a team. And yesterday, announcement of Enzo extending his life sentence to 2 more years showed that
Not
we
your
actually
last
going to
sentence,
build
no.
a team around him, right?
Yeah.
That's what it shows.
Mhm.
If we're going to build the team around Enzo. That's what it showed.
Integral part.
Hey, man, we can build the team around players. We can talk about strikers. We can talk about goalkeepers. We don't even know who the coach of this supposed
Yeah.
Exactly.
team is going to be.
Who's
driving
the
bus?
builder?
Who's driving the bus?
We don't know who's the builder exactly.
Who's driving the bus? Who's actually like assembling this team?
Who's driving the
What are
bus?
we actually trying to do in the medium? to
There's
long
a
term?
there was a comment in the what's his name? There's a comment or tweet somebody posted some report saying that Lampard, for the past time that he was at Chelsea, he didn't actually work on a tactics in
He was working
training
on an
ground.
individual basis, isn't he?
He was
that's
trying
that's
to
not obvious.
he was trying to bring morale of the players because
Yeah.
the players are down.
Yep.
Take
That's-
it what it is, and I if I say it, people say it's agenda, but it's not. I know how much is a mental part is on a high level, but
I mean, that part is important, right? Like,
Lampard-
I
yeah.
understand that. But it would be one thing, like in 15-16, for example, the players, clearly there was a disconnect between the players and Jose. It wasn't like Jose's tactics got magically worse
Yeah.
from the title of the season before to getting bent over by every half-decent Premier League team. He lost the group. They stopped wanting to play for him. That was very clearly the issue. But there was a template to what Chelsea were trying to do. Whether or not we agree with it, it kind of made sense. And at the time, like, the results were making sense until the players stopped moving to the beat of Jose's drum, right? In this situation, we've kind of appeared to be we've been floundering tactically for a really, really long time. And they made the decision to remove their project manager and insert a guy who chooses to focus on building morale. Building morale is cool, and trying to encourage squad unity makes sense. But understand, we're dealing with a bloated squad, we'd all admit. So most of them just need to leave out of necessity. Some of them probably also want to leave. We want a majority of them to leave. We're all looking forward to next season. We're all taking a zoomed out long-term approach. And that's just going to make the job of banding a group together for the short term when we're floundering in 11th and not really going to achieve anything even tougher, right? So I understand Lampard's decision to like focus on unity. I just think the outright like refusal to implement any sort of stability in terms of like a tactical setup from the moment you take the job, I just think that's tremendously risky. And that's why I don't expect us to win any of these games. In my opinion, we'll get 3 draws and the season will end.
I think that's more directions from the board rather than Lampard. I feel like that's probably telling him that, like, hey, the players are really down right now. Just focus on that. But I feel like he would put at least some knowledge of anything that he knew about tactics. But I'm not sure what's going on behind the scenes anymore. They were inside the dressing room for an hour after the game yesterday.
I just don't get the point of our owners being in the dressing room after we lost under the interim manager.
I think it's just because it's before the Madrid game, and they just want to keep their heads right.
But do we need the owners of the club to do that?
No, but it's come to that point. That's what it is.
All right. I don't know. Something like too much intervention, too much overreach, like messages will lose their meaning kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
You ever
true.
had,
Yeah.
you ever had like a
Has that happened
supervisor?
before, though?
Has this happened before?
As in, like with Bowley going into the dressing room after game.
I mean,
He
not
did it
like
once before.
strictly,
He did it
not
once
maybe not
before.
strictly dressing room after the match sense, but like you see all these pictures with Bowley and Iqbali at training 3 times a week with Graham Potter. Like they're clearly around. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And
Oh,
if
I
you're
think
not,
they're just watching training. I don't think they're saying anything important there. They're just chilling.
but
Roman
my
used to
Usually,
come
like-
like once or twice a season, or if he was going to sack someone.
My problem with this though is if you are the people, like say you are the regional director of a chain of stores, right? And you make your presence felt, albeit you might think it's minor, but optics really matter, like, and perception matters more than your own personal reality, right? You make your presence felt in a given location more than the manager you've appointed probably feels you need to. That manager's legs subconsciously are being cut out from under them. Lampard already has the caretaker tag attached to his name. So if we're being frank, no pun intended, why the fuck should these players listen to Lampard? Why? Why should they? He's definitely not going to be here. A lot of them are not going to be here. Why should they? Now you have Bowley, Weiss, who looks like he's on death's door, and Iqbali running into the dressing room after we lose our 17th match in all comps. It's like, hey guys, the time for intervention and the time for being serious and the time for all of this stuff was months ago when we were just letting it go. It just rings hollow and it just seems very desperate and chaotic, man. It's not good optics. They might mean well, but it doesn't seem to land well with me, at least. Maybe you guys see it differently, and that's fair enough.
Remember, Peter, the good old days when there's no conversation from the owners at all?
I missed
And-
that, man. I liked Roman showing up in a helicopter. Maybe you knew something bad was gonna happen,
Yeah.
that was it.
Roman
I'm
Moving
saying-
in silence, though.
That was
We're moving in
and
silence
that
back
was
in
for
the
that
day.
fucking my special day thing on Sky Sports with Oran. That's the only time anyone's ever heard him speak.
It's
And the Champions
because-
League video where he's at Stamford Bridge and a little kid goes up to him and says, "Hey, what's your favorite moment as a Chelsea owner?"
Yeah, no,
By
that's
the way-
it. That's the moment. That's it.
Oh, that's what he's
that,
talking about.
that,
Okay.
that,
Yeah,
that
for sure.
kid is passed away,
Yeah,
by
like
the way.
you guys get what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Oh,
though?
really?
You
Oh,
get what
shit.
Rest in
you
peace,
get what I'm
Oran.
trying
Oh,
to
rest
say
in
here
peace.
about this whole situation? Like, can you guys
What's up?
understand why we look like such a rudderless ship with no direction? And can you understand why we're drowning? Like, does that not make sense? Kind of.
It's just a mess right now. It's just super disorganized. You know, I feel like the owners don't know what to do. I mean, they're taking their time, but at the same time, are they going to make the right decision? Like, we still don't know if there's obviously they've done good so far, but we don't know how it's going to be in 2-3 years.
I don't remember.
That's the real
I remember.
answer.
I don't remember if anybody remember. I don't know if anybody remember one of the first comments when we went through owners change transitions with the whole thing with what's his name, that Spanish player center back that was supposed to come to Chelsea and they didn't. And Metla came with a piece. I don't know how like Metla has his own agenda to spark up, but he said something like that ball is not using the news and conversation like how you said, like there's no such a thing as the bad press. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants that narrative that like Chelsea is in the people's mouth. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, all press is good press, kind of thing.
Yeah. That's what. That's how you bring. How you say the whatever that is.
Enthusiasm, positivity,
That's why I
yeah.
called you Peter, because I said like that's a Hollywood approaching. You know what I'm saying? That's what I meant.
I get it. I mean, I live north of Hollywood. Like that, I have no connections. Trust me, guys. If I had Hollywood influence, I would not be on a Lewis stream.
I was, I wasn't directly meant that, but
I get what you're saying though. Like it's a weird approach, completely paradoxical to like Roman and the previous regime. Like they were often, our previous regime was labeled for being like kind of weird and difficult to work with because it was just so unique in terms of structure. But the results are there for you to see. And my problem with all these new people is you don't want to throw stones when you're living in a glass house. You can criticize Roman and the previous regime all you want as the new owners, but we're going to judge you off what we see on the pitch. Lewis and Fator don't give a fuck that they're trying to buy some random team in Belgium to use as a satellite club for a bunch of 15-year-olds so we can have a good first team squad in 2029. No one fucking cares about that shit. When we
That's
lose,
hopeful as well. 2029 is hopeful.
That's what I think the distance between American approach to soccer over here as European approach to football over there. Like people don't understand in United States how football is like that. That's exactly the difference of the, you know what I'm saying? Like in United States is more about you follow the player, not stay with the same club situation.
Sports are also franchised here and just more transactional. Like football is an inherently community-based sport. Like it's more tribal than other shit. At times it bugs me because it would be nice if everybody could zoom out from time to time and just view things more just objective. But like with how tribal and how community-based football is, you can't expect fans to want to even look behind the curtain and see how the club is run. Like 20 years ago, nobody really cared about transfer news. It was your club signed a player, you saw it in the paper or whatever, like, you know, like early days of like just mass media, right? You saw it, you were excited, you talked about it with the people in the pub, and you kept going, right? Now we know the name of sporting directors. We argue over titles. We bicker over roles and what their responsibilities should be.
Everybody thinks they know better tactically.
Different ways, isn't it?
And these guys think, these guys in charge, it comes off as if transparency and PR is going to substitute for a lack of results and just general confusion on the pitch. And it's not. You can only fake the funk for so long. Like these guys, they're going to be held on us being 11th midway through their first Premier League season. No one cares that we bought a bunch of players who might be good. Madueke wasn't even in the squad. I think he's a talented guy. Why am I watching Ziyech, who's like basically in his own like sequel to Get Out right now? Ziyech is begging to leave this club. Why am I watching Ziyech on the pitch? It just there's things that are happening that you can't justify to me, and no amount of PR and no amount of law articles or whomever is going to make some of the shit that's happening make any sense. And the fact that some of our fans eat this shit up at the time is what really, really makes me sad. Like because I'll be honest, guys, I was like, yeah, if you're going to sack Potter, fair enough. I was under the assumption these guys had a plan. If I knew the plan was Frank Lampard,
that's
never uttered.
I'll take that back because I thought that there will be like
an actual plan. Like, guys, if you would have told us after the final whistle went in Porto that Frank Lampard would be our interim manager 22 months later, we would have laughed in your face. We would have laughed.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, I hear what you guys are saying about the PR stuff. Like, it's good. It's a lot of positivity. He's joking around, 3-0 before the Madrid game and stuff. But I don't know. I think Scott, and Lewis talked about it the last stream. Like, you know, it does come off as a little bit like childish when he's
amateur, man. It makes us look like we don't know what we're doing.
I mean,
and this is the problem. Like, optics matter. How you come off to other people 100%. And how other people in these rooms view your situation matters a lot more than your own personal reality in some cases.
Would you consider that as like a different culture of looking?
Yes.
Yeah,
like it's like a culture, like maybe it's okay with over here, but it's definitely not gonna work the same comments in our place.
Of course, like, and they don't understand that part. Like with American sports, you build out your talent recruitment systems. It's all very transactional. Franchises are able to just be moved from one city to another at the drop of the hat. Like, so people, I think, are inherently less tied emotionally to their teams on average than Europeans are with football, right? And these guys think that like transparency is what everybody wants. When like really this is Chelsea. A lot of people only know, like a lot of people who've watched Chelsea for the last 30 years have experienced varying degrees of success without like this catastrophic failure and just general like chaos. Like this is the worst Chelsea team in terms of a Premier League season in my lifetime. I turn 27 next month. That's a long fucking time. This is literally the worst shit I've ever watched. Maybe
I was going to say, Peter,
what's up?
Statistically speaking, by the way,
if
we were to finish, if we finish one position, now, which is likely, it will be statistically the worst Premier League season ever in our history.
Yeah, 99 years. Yeah.
Oh, so next game.
Why, hold on a second. Why are you complaining, Scott?
I'm not.
You
I'm
want
just
them to
saying,
suffer.
bro. I'm literally stating a fact. I'm not
You
saying-
Oh
literally,
my
you
days, Alex.
literally.
Stop stirring the pot, man.
Hold on a second. Why will I let
I'm
Scott
stating a
go
fact.
when the guy, when you stating the fact? What? You're right.
Wallahi,
You want us
Alex.
to suffer.
And we're suffering, and I'm happy. Cool.
we're suffering.
To suffer. Let me just go through a few of these super chats quick. Big up Felix saying it seems as if owners are overruling the board in decisions. A report said Enrique was excited for the Madrid game, and the next day Lampard was appointed. Makes no sense. I think they were always going to take their time.
I think that was just
I
a one
didn't
report.
ever
I don't
hear
think
that
that
kind
was
of comment.
legit.
I never
Big up
heard that
Felix,
kind of
bro.
thing.
Hey, thank you all for the super chats, though.
Yeah. Thank you
Appreciate
for the
that,
super
my
chat.
guys. Big up no one saying we need Gordon from Hell's Kitchen, who goes there and spanks owners for ruining every dish when they know fuck all about the kitchen. B-Tech Boris needs a good spanking. Fair enough, my guy. Big up no one, and big up to Sean, who says, to me it seems the model is buying young talent and developing them like Red Bull. But do you guys think that can work at Chelsea, where we win right now? Well, I think they're trying to change that mentality. They're talking about that
you can
vision
have
2030
both.
and everything.
Go AM, you mad?
The problem is like they need to marry that with like that system can work as long as it's married with like also signing the slightly older players that are going to help with the winning now.
I was about to say that, Scott. Yeah.
Like the Red Bull model can work. It's the thing is it's more like the City model is what you need to go for, because if you look at them, they are kind of like the Red Bull model, just in the more of the win now, where it's like
I remember
there are
when
quite a lot of young
Scott was
players.
saying, like, look at the Liverpool model. That's what we should name for. All of a
Oh,
sudden,
I've been
Liverpool is
wanting
not
I've
working.
been wanting the City model for time.
Yeah, I want to see City mode when Pep leaves the team, leaves them. I want to see what kind of model we're gonna get.
Again, I'm talking about the model of the club and the City football group. Like, if you're going to get on me, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't know, Alex, if it's fair, because City was successful even before Pep. They also won like Premier League.
And again,
They
I'm
averaged,
talking-
like, a Premier League
No.
every 2
I
years.
just
What me
going
and
for the
Sean are
Scott
talking
suffering.
about here, what
This
me
is
and
the
Sean
only
are
thing I
talking about
got
here
on
is
him
based
right
on
now.
the model of the club and what they're planning to do with everything. So yeah, it's more on the City thing, where like City buy a lot of young players. Not all of them will come into the squad. Most of them will go out on loan, but the ones that
I'll
do
go next after.
are surrounded by the older players that have been there for a few years and also in the win now situation. That's what you need to go for more than the Red Bull model, because the Red Bull model still can work, but it needs to be married with the other side of it as well.
Yeah, my whole opinion with this, like what they're trying to do, it's like it's all nice in theory, right? Like it's all nice saying, "Oh, we're gonna create a team for the next 10 years," blah blah blah. But you also need to look at this year and next year. So where they made the mistake is they didn't buy enough. I feel like they didn't buy enough key players in key areas, like the DM thing that they had to sort it out. More importantly than the Mudryk signing for me, man. They should have figured that out first, or somebody's gonna score goals, right? And the other issue that I have with them is they don't have a red line. And every owner in world football should have a red line, and that red line crossed for us with Potter in December. Rather than being attentive with what's going on and actually acting on it, they're just like, oh yeah, let's just give him more time. More time for what? Any person with a brain could see in the 4 months that we didn't have anything. And then he went to a back three after this. You could see just saving his job. And after Southampton, that's the time when they should have been, all right, this is not working, sack him. Instead, and if they did that after the Southampton, I am almost 100% sure that we would have found a manager other than fucking Lampard to take us forward. Because at that time, there's still time for us to move it around. We had like 15, 20 games left. We could have had the manager. Yeah, but they didn't. Yep. And that's my biggest issue with them. They don't have a red line. And every successful owner should have a red line. Some bottom half table teams had a shorter red lines than we did. For like would Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, even Leverkusen would or what the RB Leipzig, would they allow a manager to keep failing it in April? That is insane to me.
Not really.
That is not a normal thing to do.
That's exactly. Hold on a second. Let me say, Peter, this is exactly what I was trying to say. What you answered to the guy in the chat. City was building the first team first before we start buying those players like young talent for the future. You see what I'm saying? You have to be, especially when you don't have as much revenue as City. What's his name? Abramovich was never as rich as City Group was. Never. So he couldn't do all that. So he had to substitute with a young player. But it was built slowly. It was built slowly for City, which is working. That's the only thing we need to do.
Bro, people in
We
the
just
chat,
need to buy first, build the
people
first
say,
team,
I
then go
agree.
for the second.
The
Just to
Potter
go back
signing
to
was a
what
mistake,
by the
but
way.
they could have rectified it a
was saying-
long time after that, but they
Going
didn't.
back
They
to-
chose to succeed.
going
To
back-
just yeah, go ahead, Scott.
I'll say, going off what you said about the manager as well, like just going on Leipzig, they literally this season sacked their manager who'd been there all of 10 months because it wasn't going well to start the season. They got a guy in last December
Yep.
to rescue their season. He did. He lasted 10 months before they sacked him.
Bro, it's mad to me. Until April,
Jesse
you
Marsch
keep a
too.
manager that
Only 4
won
months there.
average a win every month for 7 months, and then you're surprised when the fan call you out, because that's not how you run a big club, man. I'm sorry. That is a horrible
Exactly.
season for them, man. That's for
was-
this season for me, like I don't think even next season I can completely trust them, even if they get the perfect manager, because this season it's a joke, bro. Chelsea is being laughed at by teams that like Brentford.
I see, but this is how the mentality was. Some fans. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna bring Scott again. Scott, you've been saying from the beginning. No, you've been saying from the beginning that you'd rather us to buy a players that that like not cost this much money and bring them up. That bring them up. What you meant is it takes time to build up, right?
That's not what I wanted at all.
Oh, okay. I guess I misunderstood you.
Oh
That's
my
what I
god.
understood.
What I wanted was us to not spend the big money on players that were going to come make a difference now. For example, going and doing what Fulham did with Pellegrini. He cost them like 15 mil, 20 mil, and he's gone in there and made them so much better. That's what I wanted us to. I don't want us to go and get.
But that's a small. That's okay. There's one thing buy that kind of player for Fulham, and there's the completely opposite to buy a player for City. Do you think City could would have done that?
Yes.
Why did they pay for 100 for what's his name?
I think City have like two different kind of
Yeah,
buys.
just start
Like
it.
they
Let me
got
go check.
Alvarez, for almost nothing as well. Then they also had those big signings. For
Yeah,
example,
They
what's his
do
name?
the big signings. Don't get me wrong, but they also do the smart signings. Like
But
that doesn't cost them.
Which ones did they do first? Which one did those
Give me
small
a
signings
second,
that they important for the first team or not?
Aguero.
Aguero what? Is a small signing?
No, the first signing that was good.
No,
One of the early
what I'm
signings.
talking about for the first team. For example, what Scott says is it's true. You can buy a players for decent and they can succeed. That's not what I'm how you say challenging. My question is for the team that tries to win the league. When you build in a team, you cannot buy like what's the name, like non-expensive player. City, when they use the cheap amount of money on the players, these players are usually not the ones that starts immediately in the first team. Like for example at Fulham, right? So when they buy a player, they buy an expensive player that's gonna go into the first team. When they buy a 50 mil player, he's not the starter.
To
He
be fair,
takes
Ake
time
was
to
40
adapt.
mil.
You see what I'm saying? What?
Yeah, Ake was 40 mil, but that was like one of the only exceptions, I guess, for their team.
Not only exceptions. Ake wasn't the start. Did Ake walked into the City's defense?
No, but he does now. that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So I'm talking about what Scott says is right. For example, they paid 50 mil for that guy, whatever it is. But if that 50 mil kid walked into the Fulham, walked into the starting 11, he makes the difference for them. But 50 million player for that caliber, he will not walk into the City's first team. That's what I'm trying to say. You buying a 50 cheaper players, but you're not starting them. You're building them for the couple of years. That's what you can spend cheap, but you cannot spend on expensive play on the starters. I hope you understood me, Scott. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah, big up to Goyam saying Black Timo showing that Prem proven means as much as a stripper saying she loves you. Hashtag rimjob out.
Wow.
Big up to
Talking about
Goyam.
Sterling, huh?
Yeah, mad statement, but fair enough. Sterling's been asked. It is what it is. Go on, Scott. What were you going to say, bro?
I don't have anything to say. Just
Do you understood what I was trying to say, Scott? Like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
understand that you're 50 mil player. I just don't think those 50 mil are walking into the straight 11 of
they can
City.
do again. It depends on the
They
depends on
can,
the side. Yes,
but they're going to be on the bench.
No, they don't. Not on the bench. Again, it's not going to be many. The fact is, one of their starting centre backs consistently this year cost them 15 million.
That's
what's
true.
his
Yeah,
name?
Akanji, yeah.
But that's due to the injury, man. But big up for the kid. Kid is actually amazing.
No, no,
Exactly.
he was playing when they
Hang
got
on.
He's
injured.
really,
Yeah.
really good. But he
Kid is
wasn't
amazing,
B
yes.
if it wasn't for injury. But
No,
yeah,
but
big up
he-
kid. Really good
he's
defender.
amazing. And exactly,
Amazing
and the fact
defender,
that, again, you've got guys that are coming in, again, maybe not starting every week, but the likes of Alvarez and etc. These guys are coming off the bench and are making a difference in the
Exactly.
team.
We're
We're
buying the
spending,
players for 100
like-
and they use on a bench.
Yeah, we're buying players for double that. We've got a £30 million signing that can't even make the bench.
Exactly.
And again,
Yeah,
not
I
because of
agree with
anything
you
of
on
his
that.
fault.
Yeah.
But this is the point. It's about spending smarter, not always bigger. It's about spending smarter.
Yeah,
That's what I
I don't
want.
know about you guys. I'm willing to give them like one mistake. I mean, they've done good-ish so far. You guys can't lie. Like I said before, like I think the real answer will be in 2-3 years what kind of owners they are. You can't really judge. It's too early to judge them right now. And I think they've spent enough money to back them up, but the decisions have been kind of sus at the same time. But I'm willing to give them one or two mistakes.
Look, I will
First.
take my L on Lampard, but I wasn't. I was defending what I saw.
Yeah,
But if
me
you would
too.
have, if you would have told me, if you would have told me that if you would have told me that sacking Potter and we're getting Lampard, I wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? It
No,
wouldn't
yeah,
be.
that's one of the mistakes.
That's
Yeah.
a
I didn't
different
think it would
conversation.
get worse.
Yeah, no, not even
got
that.
worse.
I didn't think he was in a picture. I
Yeah,
thought
we
if
did say it
if
would get worse. We did say it would get worse. didn't we?
I know you guys were right. You guys were
No,
right.
I'm saying like if it was the I thought that if they fire, they will have an option, and it wasn't be Lampard. I didn't think Lampard was actually an option.
That came
Yeah,
out
it's kind of-
left field. It went from a funny joke people were saying on Twitter to like, oh shit, we're actually gonna get Lampard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. When
exactly.
that came out as well, I thought, oh, this is a joke. This is fully a joke.
Yeah.
The April Fool's show, proper.
That's why he wrote the game, the Liverpool game.
Yeah, that shit was funny, but then oh shit, we actually signed it. But yeah, apparently Fabrizio's dropped a tweet saying Julian Nagelsmann is still the leading candidate. Luis Enrique is second choice by some national teams, and Chelsea are following Ruben Amorim's football at Sporting in order to get a full picture of the coach. But he is seen as a step behind the race at the moment. No talks with Pochettino.
I think Nagelsmann is gonna appoint it, even though I don't really care which one, Nagelsmann or Enrique Iglesias. I don't care.
It doesn't fucking take this long. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Like,
Yeah, they're doing a very like weird like interview process. Okay, you have one interview,
Right.
2 interviews.
guys,
It
like,
should be done in 2 weeks. They're taking like
I
a
know
month
they
now,
were-
over a month.
I
know
think
they're a much
Peter. I
better
think
run
Peter
club than us,
said on
though.
Twitter. I think Peter said it like maybe like they should interview Chelsea. Like why would Chelsea? Is that you that tweeted that or somebody else, Peter?
Nah,
I
so
think-
what I was trying to say was, guys, and I put it in the chat. The chat's going fast, so most of you on the channel probably didn't read it, right? Because the way I'm a little bit more pessimistic about this whole situation. With these managers like Nagelsmann and Enrique, like the 2 open secrets that everybody's talking about, you have to know that there's going to be other jobs open in the summer. We're not going to get Champions League because we're not going to come back against Madrid. If we did, we're not in City. Like, right? Things are not happening. Okay.
Peter, sorry to interrupt there. There's a chance, if people are following the news, the PSG job is going to be open in the summer. If all the
Yes.
shit that's going on with Gaultier
Yeah,
is
it's not
true,
a secret either.
Yeah,
We
there's
know.
not never been secret anyway.
Scott, sorry.
he is gone. That job is opening up. Who looks more like what looks better right now?
And we can lie to ourselves and say Chelsea, but we know what the reality is, right? Like, so these guys, Nagelsmann and Enrique, right? For me, this illusion of having this long, drawn-out process, Lampard holding down the fort, trying to get a very important and measured decision correct, is this because our owners are choosing to act this way? Like, do you think these guys really want Lampard here? Or is this just because they don't feel like they could get their guy in the door right this moment if they wanted to? And if it's the latter, then I think we're in a really precarious position, right? Like, my fear is we're just going to kind of get the managerial leftovers in the summer, and we'll be better next season because you can't be this shit again. It's almost impossible, right? Like, this is gross negligence combined with hilarious luck and just all sorts of bad shit. So we won't be this bad. But my fear is we might get the plan B and plan C of manager kind of people, right? And then it's like, now we're not really sitting at the table that we thought we were sitting at. But I mean, we'll have to see it all play out before we could. But that's just the way I'm seeing this. The more time goes by, even if we end up with a Nagelsmann or Enrique, cool. But the fact that wasn't a button that was pushed immediately, considering Potter did win like 4 and 23. He was struggling for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Right? It was no like great secret. Like we were shit for a long time.
That's what I just said as well,
We've
Pete.
been lining this up for a while, you know.
You want
Granted,
medal?
Nagelsmann just came available. I understand that, but Enrique has been sitting there since the World Cup ended. Most of our bad run happened while he is available.
Bro,
The
they
fact
fucked us over by waiting this long. They fucked us over. It's simple.
Like, we're in a really like risky spot. I hope one of them choose us. I hope so. I hope so. If they don't, man, winter is coming.
On the timing thing as well, Oliver mentioned it in the chat earlier. Brighton took 10 days to upgrade their manager to go from a better manager than what they had. They took 10 days to decide that De Zerbi was
It
the
just
guy.
proves me more that Potter wasn't a great manager at all.
That's fair, but like that's kind of another conversation with that. But like with the De Zerbi thing in terms of him coming in, it took them 10 days to interview him, work out if he worked, if he was going to fit, and to get him in. 10 days. It doesn't take this long.
Didn't we also take short days when we hired Tuchel like 2 years
Potter
ago?
too. I mean, Potter we hired in 3 days, right? So yeah.
Really quick.
No, but that's different because all you want to say about Roman, you can say all the negative things about him, but the positive thing about him, he cared about Chelsea a lot. He wouldn't have let Chelsea come to that situation where it is in April and they're 11th. If you remember the thing with Roman, and that's one thing that I did appreciate about Roman. I know a lot of people won't agree and people want it to be like a database or whatever crap they talk about, but the reality is, right, with Roman, he knew like, okay, we're in a situation with a particular predicament that should be solved as soon as possible in order for the club. Because imagine like if they did this, right, even if they did hire Lampard, they could have got somebody else, had that person announced that he's going to come at the end of the season. That person will come to the players and be like, "Hey, look, you're playing for your future at Chelsea. I'm gonna come at the end of the season, introduce himself to the club, like Conte did. Like Conte did with Chelsea. If you remember, Conte came to Chelsea games after we announced him, after Hiddink left. He could have came to them. He said, "Okay, I'm gonna be the manager next season. I want you guys to play for your careers." Instead of now, what are they playing for? No wonder they're not putting any. They don't give a fuck. What are they playing for?
Kai, let me tell you how. You can come to those players and say like, "You're gonna play for Chelsea, or you can fuck off."
Yeah, exactly. Instead of us,
not
now
when you're
nobody knows
15
what's
in the
gonna
league, man, or 11.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? How you can come to those players and tell them like, if you don't like it, move. We're like, okay, we're 15. You see what I'm saying? We're not gonna listen.
But they're not gonna listen.
Standards.
The issue with them is why these owners, like I'm this livid about them, is the fact that they let it go. And I know I sound like a fucking broken record, but the fact that they let it go for this long, and then they give us like dumbass comments like, "Oh yeah, we have faith in Potter. Oh, it's a win." Like when they celebrated that Dortmund win, for me that was so disrespectful, man. Chelsea like with the fucking beer, like because we beat Dortmund.
And like
This
whether
is a 2-time Champions League winners, bro.
However you feel about the managerial decisions we've made this season, we'd all agree the timing has been to our detriment with both of them, right?
No, 100%. But there's football people in the back though. That's what I'm curious about. Like, why aren't there better decisions being made?
Because to hire. So if you're going to hire the best in class, right, as like the CEO of a company, if you are unable to now delegate and defer to those people to make decisions properly, then it doesn't matter that they're there, right? We do all this assembling the smartest people in the room who want to tell you how smart they are. Why are we now seemingly running around the kitchen trying to find the fire extinguisher that's in the wrong place because the stove's like up in flames because somebody accidentally started a grease fire now?
No,
that's what this looks like. That's how this comes across.
Yeah, no, it does.
Maybe these guys can't delegate, and I hope they can. I hope they learn if they haven't learned already.
Right.
But we're in this weird limbo period where we have a dead man walking. And the thing with Roman, right? Because you can say Roman got a lot of things wrong. When we went to Hiddink after Scolari in 2008, right?
Yeah.
the squad was at a level where they could basically coach themselves, and they literally just needed a guy there to keep kind of roll the balls out and keep everybody happy enough.
Man management, yeah.
Right? Like that squad ran United to the final day for the league. Like didn't win the Champions League. We know
I will say a little bit later, not when Gus Hiddink. I think what's his name?
Avram Grant. That's Avram Grant, wasn't it?
My
No,
bad.
No. Yeah.
So like
Gus Hiddink.
No, 7 or 8.
We had Avram Grant one season, then we had Hiddink the next season. Avram Grant was Roman's friend. At the time, it wasn't popular. Right, fair enough. Hiddink the next season.
I think you're wrong. Gus Hiddink was really popular.
No, I'm saying Avram Grant wasn't popular, like a popular choice.
Well, Chelsea fans, you're talking about.
I'm saying like for the players, that decision was not popular.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see.
Right, but like my point is with the interims, right? They were at a level, and they were able. The team was also at a level, like the playing staff, the coaching staff, to remain respectable and to still, even in 15-16, Hiddink came in. We were in 15th. We just needed somebody there until they could come up with their next course of action.
Yeah.
And say what you want, Conte did win the Premier League the next season. We did end in 10th. We rose to as high as 7th. Then the players remembered that we didn't want to be in Europa League anyway, so they started losing hilarious games in April. So whatever, right? Because a lot of us has probably written off 15-16 or don't remember it too much. But there was some funny shit in there. But we also had players who we felt like, we still have some class players in here.
We weren't this bad though, Peter. Like I honestly, we weren't this bad. Like we
weren't
didn't
this,
just.
But Kai, we weren't this bad, and we had top end talent relative to the rest of the league. Like we still had a Hazard, we still had a great goalkeeper. We went and bought N'Golo
Costa as well. Costa.
We still had an elite level striker. You know what I mean? So it's like there was a route back to contending, right? What does our roadmap to not even contending?
And
but
that's
being
why
like
I'm saying, Peter, the manager appointment is more important than sometimes than the players in the current system.
I agree. And like, remember, I started this saying, like, are we waiting because we're choosing to wait, or are we waiting because we're people's third and fourth?
I guess it wasn't you that what I mentioned on Twitter. Somebody said it on Twitter, like, how come Chelsea's interview the managers? I think it should be opposite. Managers interview Chelsea. Chelsea need to sell them, like Chelsea need to prove them that Chelsea is a worth club for them to come to get the job.
Yeah.
Because
I forgot Matisse said that.
Who?
Matisse.
Somebody
said it on Twitter. I don't know who, but it was brilliant.
Somebody said in the chat
it was
earlier,
brilliant.
Right? Imagine you're Luis Enrique or you're Julian Nagelsmann, right? Why are you running out your house to hop on a plane to go to Chelsea ASAP to work for a board of owners who's going to storm into your dressing room after you lose 2-1 at home to Brighton?
Yeah.
Like, you're completely undermining any authority Frank Lampard had. Even he probably didn't have much, right? But like that doesn't like how is Lampard going to now dig into these players knowing that the guy who signs his check is just listening outside the door to everything that's happening anyways?
Peter, let me tell you, let me show you the difference between like publicity and stuff like that. When did we find out that the helicopter landed at the training ground? Like years after.
Well, after everything happened.
Yeah, it was. I think it was the first one that it was Mikel that actually mentioned.
Yeah.
And it was after he already left Chelsea. Yesterday, we watched Skinny Fat and Deaf at the door free.
Yep.
Walking across the pitch. I don't know how the third one, how he actually walked all the way without oxygen back beside him. What's the point of showing it? What's the point of us showing it? Why do we need this? Is that
that we're angry?
Publicity?
Show that we're angry, man.
Why is everything so public? Why does everybody know everything that's happening?
And this brings more tension between fans. It actually makes us look even more incompetent.
We do have to remember the time we're in, guys. We do have to remember we are in a social media age, okay? Before with Roman, he wasn't in that, okay? It wasn't in that. We are in more.
I agree with you.
Listen, it's when more where we're in one day. Some of us can be on 5 different shows discussing the goddamn same transfer of one.
Yeah.
player.
I
You know
remember.
what I mean? It's like so.
Andrew, I agree with you, but those shots,
can't even
those
fart in a lift without someone recording it.
No.
Do you know what I
No,
mean?
Surfer,
It's like,
Surfer, I hear what
those
you're
shots
saying
that
in
what you
general, right?
said,
I hear
those
what
shots
you're-
that what. Sorry,
Surfer, I hear what you're saying, but you've been to Stamford Bridge, right? All of you guys have been. I'm sure there's a way to get down to the dressing rooms without getting on the pitch.
I don't
Like-
know. I honestly
No,
don't know.
that's not
There
what,
might-
Yeah,
what I'm trying to bring. The video that shot them walking across was from Chelsea FC. It wasn't
That's the
the
problem.
fan.
Now it's the problem
It
now.
wasn't
Who's
that-
running that? Because who's running that? Because I think even someone, it might have been a joke, but I think even someone said they tweeted out something yesterday about who played well in the game yesterday. The Chelsea FC Twitter account or something like that. They said, who was our best player today? It's like
Man of the match
read the
awards.
room. Read
Yeah.
the room, guys. Read the room, man. Read
No,
the
but
room.
they've done that for years, to be fair.
I know, but it's like they're not.
Hey,
it's
nah,
like-
man. When these guys took over,
Nah.
the fist stand app started bugging the shit out of me. I missed
Look,
when Roman
he
was
even-
here. I would get 3 notifications when the match started, whatever the score was at halftime.
Exactly, man.
And full
And if we
time.
lose, you
remember
don't
what
hit
Bo-
anything,
remember-
bro. If we lose, you don't
remember
hit
what
anything.
Bowley,
Until
remember
the
what
next game.
Bowley said? We have to update our website. We have to.
Yes, he did say that. We were warned. We were warned.
Oh,
Hey, man, website hype. We're in 11.
update. Oh my
Website
days.
hype.
Yeah, why you don't remember that, Fatori? He did say that. Oh, everything is outdated. Everything
Yes.
is not.
Like 7
Bro,
months
Bro,
ago.
and you know what's the funniest thing? You know what's the funniest thing about the signings that we make now? I mean this by no disrespect, yeah. The signings that we make now, they
He's
look
the
like
killer.
characters from Ted Lasso, bro. None of them are actual. None of them look like actual football. Like other than Enzo, man, none of them. A lot of them look like characters that should be in movies or in sketches or on TikToks. They don't look like fucking proper footballers, man. And I'm sorry, like we sign a lot of players that I'm not impressed with. From
They're
all the
not
players
even
we sign, I'm
music.
only impressed by 3. Bro.
Can I also say? Can
And I
also
hope I'm
say
wrong,
in,
man.
in fair criticism, Enzo's been shit the last 3 games as well with the rest of them.
But Andrew, that's
He-
because we kept him. We kept
But we
a
are
lot of those
not-
players. Even
I don't-
Alex
I
said it.
don't
Alex
wanna-
said it. These players will start declining if we keep the managers good.
But right, that's what I'm saying. We cannot
Because they're idiots. Because these
cannot
owners are
single-
idiots.
This is what I'm. But that's what in the chat. Oh, this player not on anyone panel, but this player was shit yesterday. This player was shit. No, they were all well, apart from probably Mudryk. Because even Lewis, I disagree with you. I think Fofana was shit yesterday.
Bro, they bought them
Um,
because they're
it
marketable.
was
I
the
don't know if
moment.
they
Just the
watch them play
first
football.
goal, I hear you.
He was absolutely
Only
in
been
Real
Mudryk
Madrid.
and
But what I'm saying is, it's like this. It's like, guys, we can't signal out one player at this time. Do you know what I mean? They are all dog shit at this moment in time. But they need, but like with all forms of life, right? They need a proper manager. They need a proper manager. They need proper
Yeah.
coaching still. They need that to see what they can truly achieve. Then when they get that and they don't succeed, then we can start signaling them out about how they're bad and stuff like that. If others are performing well. Do you know what I
Andrew,
mean?
this
It's
is
like,
this is what the difference is between this team and the team that Pete was talking about earlier, especially the 15-16 team. The level, like the amount of leaders you had in that team and the level of the squad was so much better and was so much more balanced than this one is.
Yeah.
You could have a guy who was literally there to be a man manager. He was there to make people feel good and to keep them happy. And you could have that. This team aren't good enough for that. You need someone who's going to teach tactics and how to set them up in a good way. And did you see the report, by the way, that came out yesterday that apparently in every training session there's actually been no, like, most of the training sessions are Frank Lampard getting to know people and shaking hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, if that is in any, if even a semblance of that is true, that's embarrassing. Wouldn't surprise me. That's what it is. They've hired a guy who's just gonna.
Depends how you
like,
just twist it, because that's not how I look at the same situation.
What? What do you mean?
One sec, guys.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to go through a couple of these super chats. Big up Sean saying, for me, spending a lot doesn't make you good owners. I agree. There's a lot more to it. Sean says, bearing in mind Roman was removed by the government, do you guys really think Abramovich would have chosen these guys? I think the government did. Didn't the government step in when like Saudi owners were going to take over? I don't recall.
No, we didn't have the Saudi
He
bit.
choose the best out of the shits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You
nothing
can
to
look at it that way.
But keep in mind,
yeah.
they knew the
I'd
situation.
rather
with
him than
Chelsea
the
were in.
Ricketts.
It's not a
Yeah.
random thing.
Well, you don't know how Ricketts were gonna done. I don't even know who's Ricketts.
It's no more just for the Islamophobia and racism and all that.
MLB owner.
Never
Big up
mind.
you,
never
Sean,
mind.
saying, do you guys think they're waiting on FFP deadline to hire a new manager because Potter is on the books?
He's
I
on the
think
books,
that's
they paid him
what
off.
I think he's on the books with German
the
club.
crew, bro.
What's the name?
You never know, man. They shown a lot of more pettiness in the past, so why not more pettiness now, man? I wouldn't be surprised.
Fact, exactly.
Maybe save a buck. Big up Mr. Palios where he's saying difference between Abramovich and present owners. Abramovich made mistakes, but there was always the feeling that he would do whatever it was to win, and it was proven over time. Present owners, the feeling is they will do whatever. But I would say as well, there's only been 1 year to judge off that. So
Yeah, you
it's
can't
a
really-
bit.
But how? No, Lewis. I'm not taking that example as only 1 year. Like you don't take a team that finished third and finished in 11th, the worst season in 99 fucking years, bro. That is
The
very
only
hard thing to do.
I don't think it would be this bad, but I thought there'd be a drop-off anyway. Now,
I think you have to.
Who's playing the keyboards like a freaking typewriter?
Yeah, I think you have to also take into effect as much as they've done, like they're doing things wrong. The way that this is not a normal purchase in normal summer last summer, so we're still like coming from that. So this is why this summer is even more important than last summer because of the way.
But don't you, Andrew? Don't you think that there is like a certain consequence to the season? Because I think the season will take us back 2 or 3 seasons next season.
He actually looks good when a beer matches the
way
grade.
I think
That's the thing, isn't it?
Oh,
That's
looks
the thing.
different. I can't lie.
It's who they get in, isn't it? It's who they get in.
Also-
The consequences, because we've seen it with when you can get a good manager in, what impact they can make. Tuchel made the impact within 24 hours, right? Do you know
Also,
what I mean? That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. It's like they've certainly got a lot of things wrong, right? The timing is terrible. The timing's the worst, right?
Yeah,
It's
the
absolutely
timing
worst.
is the worst.
It's
thing
timing.
about
If we're
it.
gonna
Yeah.
play, the timing's top for me because I mean, I would have fired.
Tuchel wrong, we
I would have fired
Potter
Potter
wrong.
in that press conference before Southampton. You know what I mean? When he said he's in a crisis meeting, and you fucking go lose Southampton afterwards. Jesus H Christ!
No, what
But,
I'm
you know,
saying, like they really have a bad timing because they fired Tuchel wrong time.
Right,
they fired
exactly,
Potter
but-
wrong time.
But that's why it's like, okay, so you get the manager in. I think the delay of the manager is because they can't agree.
Mhm.
That's what it is. Or else I think they were like, we keep hearing Pavel, Winstanley, the other guy really want Nagelsmann, right? But it's got to go up to Bowley and Egbali first, okay? But that doesn't take long to actually send someone a message or go, hey, we want Nagelsmann. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't take long to do that. We should hire Nagelsmann. Okay, so why haven't you hired Nagelsmann then? Is it because of the Bayern Munich situation with his contract? They don't want to buy him out because they've already bought Potter out and they paid
Nah,
him off.
bro. They just lack
One
attention,
season.
bro. They just lack
They
attention
spe-
from the media.
They paid nearly 40 million to buy Potter and pay him off this season. They're going to do the same with now because they're going to pay another 20 odd billion euros. Or something
Bro, if they
like
put them on 5-year contract, I know they're idiots. Like, they don't learn.
Exactly.
You
That's
know when you
how-
get put your hand.
Let me ask you something.
You get
because
stung by
this
a bee,
is
man. You
what-
don't put your hand there again, man.
Let me ask you
Scorpion.
something that actually kind of brought up in what Peter actually said, that like the decision making and stuff like that.
Who's cutting their
Maybe
nails?
you what?
Someone's cutting their nails or clicking the keyboard.
Not me.
That's-
That is 2 completely different sounds, bro. What the fuck,
Yeah.
Bro, it sounds like someone's clipping their nails, bro.
man?
Oh, yeah,
Man, you need the
You're like a deaf person who heard for the first time, man. It's still not.
Bro, wait. You get my point, though. The sound is annoying.
yeah. What I was trying to
I
say,
know who it
Peter,
sounds like.
Peter actually brought a good point. The decision making, like, is that the reason why it kind of makes me think about it? Like, do we have a board of decision makers now? And that board is actually supposed to be making a decision, and the voting process now takes longer, and the voting process actually does. You know, you can look at this situation. It's good because not one person makes the decision, but could also be a bad thing that they cannot agree on something quick.
There are too many
How-
people on board, bro.
How it's been written in the press over the last week or so is that you have the technical directors have their they want this person, but it's the final decision is the two top guys.
They provide the
yeah,
the
exactly.
list.
So that's what I mean.
Like,
so that's what I mean.
and
It's not
yeah,
like
that's how it's
there's
supposed to
5
work.
There's 5 people. Let's vote. Do you know what I mean? It's just the 2 top guys. It'd be the same when Abramovich was here. He'd make the final decision, right? It's the same. It's just the same at any owner.
Yeah.
final
But we
decision.
didn't have the 2 or 3 people making.
No,
a bold
exactly. It was like
decision.
Marina. It was like Marina. Maybe Buck
Yeah.
got involved sometimes, and then it's Pocodoki here.
Big up to Amir. Big up,
Who's
man.
that though?
That's my daughter.
No, who's that with the?
Big up birthday girl. Big up President Jafar saying Bowley running Chelsea like a USA franchise team. And big up Devendra saying Saudi owners wanted to own a club, but these colonial buffoons pokes their noses everywhere and ended up giving us clowns.
Today,
Oh,
today,
so
I
we
saw,
did have these. No.
today I saw a funny tweet. Somebody tweeted, "Ball is running Chelsea like Biden is running America." Bro.
That's a mad one.
Honestly.
Wasn't the Saudi owner that we linked to in the summer? Wasn't that like he didn't actually have a lot of money or something like that?
Yeah, I actually gonna say that one thing is gonna happen. I seriously doubted
Found
there's
the
gonna
one
be
poor
another
Saudi,
middle.
bro.
No. I actually seriously doubted there's gonna be another what's the name, a Middle Eastern owner of the club.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's gonna
For a
happen
while,
because
yeah.
it will be, it will be a too. Premier League gonna be too dependent on specific things. Like for example, when people saying Liverpool is gonna be bought by Qatar.
Qataris, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it's gonna happen. It was a lot about geopolitics at that point.
Yes,
That for that kind of
geopolitics, bro. Yeah.
geopolitics is involved, man. If you don't believe geopolitics is involved, that's how we lost the club in the first place. So I don't think UK government is ready to be dependent on something that they cannot control. So I don't know how united all of a sudden they're like, we will extend our interview process for the next ownership. I think they don't actually have they don't have people to buy it at this point. Plus I don't think they really want to sell it, but
Yeah, I think it's just a PR exercise. Like, we tried to sell it. Oh, we couldn't get anyone to meet our price, so we'll just get investment instead.
the minute that they said they're gonna sell it, all of a sudden Man United stocks went up.
Well, that's unless they make more money.
And they took the money off of it.
Yeah. They should just do that every 3 months. Like say they're gonna sell it.
We're not trading company, so but it's kind of like a cry, but I don't think it was intention by Todd Bowley. It should be. I think it's like a gullible thing, not knowing, like or
we now know it's the Potter thing was ego, right? It was ego because they only paid him. I say only, but remember we told they got to pay him 60 million. They paid him 13, right? They paid him 13, right? So we now know it's ego based. Right?
Well, in a perfect world, he should pay us. He should pay us.
I know. Yeah. But what I'm saying is like we now know that was all ego. That was we thought it was part ego anyway, right? But we thought it was part financial. But it was more ego we're looking, and that's fine because they chose him, right? So they don't want to see him fail, but it's like I say, it's the timing again. It's just the timing.
The timing, exactly.
You should have sacked him. The latest you should have sacked him was Southampton, bro. So Southampton was done. You're out of there, man. And once they didn't do that, it was like what 6 weeks later or something like that, and you sack him. And now we're in
like there was actual evidence of how that I'm gonna talk to y'all about something after the stream is over. But if you remember the conversation we talked about yesterday, I don't want to be the guy that like have answers. I'm just a regular guy that on Twitter on the YouTube. Why I need to bring like who's my next manager? I'm not qualified for that job to make the decision who's gonna be our next manager. All I want to see is what I see. All I want to say is what I see, and if that Southampton game, like even when like what's the name with Potter, the past couple of 3 or 4 games we played brilliant in the beginning until he made the sub, and this substitution from the manager is a really big effect on my brain because I kind of like identify with him what he sees and what I see. And that's the only time I can critique him. I don't know anything else.
Yeah,
but it's also like when I've seen a manager. Oh yeah, I see it on Twitter. We should definitely sign Felix, bro. 85 minutes. Like, how do we know the next manager fucking wants Felix to begin
exactly?
With, right? It's like we know we've got Nkunku coming in because that was done before, right? So that's done. Yeah. But any other player, it's like, oh well, we need to buy Felix, and it's like, how do we know like Enrique? I don't think Enrique likes to play with a guy like Felix. I don't think he is. I don't know. I don't watch enough of Nagelsmann to know particularly if he play with a guy like Felix at all.
Look,
If it's not
I
him,
actually
if
think Enrique
Almiron-
likes the player like Felix, but I don't think he's gonna be
Felix is more of an
successful.
Enrique player.
But I'm
Because
saying,
if you,
but
no,
even
no, no.
even this, right? Even when the manager comes in, priority wise, Felix is not a priority to sign next season. If you think about it, striker, DM, goalkeeper.
But
the three
here's
big
the thing.
positions,
Here's
right?
the thing.
three
Here's
big
the thing.
positions.
There was the reports. I'm not
Really
saying
right,
it's true,
well,
but
no.
it was the reports. It was the reports that said that what he wants it's the mobile striker.
Right.
What's the mobile striker?
That's
Let me tell you the secret.
No,
Kai Havertz.
no, Alex.
I don't know.
You don't
You're
know.
underwater. You sounds like you're underwater. It's like Kai Havertz. It's like Felix. It's like Sterling.
Sterling.
Guess what? Well, Sterling considers mobile striker, right?
Bro, that
Because
guy's not
striker.
striker, bro.
But you know,
Oh,
okay, maybe you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Mobile
So
forward,
if you're
yeah.
telling me that this is that Felix is gonna be a type of striker that, for example, what's his name once, Enrique Iglesias. Felix didn't show me that he can finish worth the crap. The guy literally penetrate every spot on a what's the name on the goalposts. Like he literally touched everywhere.
I forgot he was
But
on the
not the
pitch
goal.
yesterday. He was
Even the goal
invisible
that he
yesterday.
scored was still bounce off the goal post. So how you can tell me that? I don't know. I'm not qualified.
He
for
does a
this
lot
job.
of other things right, though, at the
Bro,
same time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's really
There's a
good,
lot of there's a lot
but
of
then
there's
he
a-
becomes selfish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sometimes he doesn't
there's
pass
a lot of
often.
people
but-
in this. There's a lot of people in this fan base. Yeah, they're experts. They've been experts while Potter was here. They were acting like experts, saying that Potter will turn it around. And then when Potter got
Hey.
sacked, the same experts told us, "Oh, how can they hire Lampard for the same fucking reason that they hired Potter and he was here until April, and he was failing every day." So those same experts with the credential experts are the same people who have eggs on their face when Potter was sacked.
Let me tell you a secret I
Oh,
found
what
out
the
about those
lady.
credentials. U15, coach of U15.
Bro, I was close. I said wheelchair kids, so we were close. man.
U15, and you're gonna tell me you have experience.
Some
I coach
strays going out
U12.
here, people. Some
I
strays
coach
going out.
I coach
Deservedly
U12.
so, Andrew. Deservedly so.
I
man.
called you 12. So that gives me credentials.
Not really.
Those kids never saw a freaking. My wife is
Fucking pimples on their face, bro.
Oh no.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm getting I'm getting riled up after this morning, and it ruined my day in the beginning because it really pissed me off. I don't know how people felt about the I'm not gonna say racism, but it's because you see the skin. I don't know how people feel, but I can tell you how I felt when somebody uses my country as a bigotry against me, and that freaking pissed me off today. So I'm not gonna bring. Let's move.
Yeah, let's move on.
But I don't get the point. How the fuck was sorry for swearing. How was Ziyech in the squad ahead of Madueke? How?
Well, who else
Bro,
would
you-
decide
I
that?
don't know.
See, you
It's-
can't
Can I
say
just
Madueke
save
is
you
having a great
guys? Can I
season either,
save
man,
you
though.
guys a whole lot of headaches? There's one
Yeah.
answer for all your questions. It's Frank Lampard. That's all it. Okay, that's just it. That is your answer to every question for the rest of this season. Okay, that's all it is. You don't need to like do mathematical things in your head, twist it, trying to get the dimensions. It's Frank Lampard. Anything rubbish this season is Frank Lampard. Okay,
Yeah.
if it does happen, it's good. You can praise him as well. But anything bad, we all know it's Frank Lampard. He hasn't got a clue. He hasn't got past even the right coaching things. To actually, I don't even know why we've even given him this job. It's all Lampard, okay?
Bro,
It's
but
all
they
him.
had 2 managerial appointments, and both of them were shit, man. If the
Exactly.
third manager, if they signed that guy, man, that they're saying the guy from Sporting, who I just
Yeah,
heard about him
Amorim.
from Fabrizio, bro,
Amorim.
I will be pissed.
Darko
I
said
heard
it's
today
really
about company,
hot
bro.
at the conversation for the
Amorim
managers
has a
right
red
now.
flag though.
Yeah.
He
No,
has
I'm
a
fine
red-
with that, man.
But he's better than Lampard.
Or company, bro. It's not that we should be looking at who's better than Lampard, who's looking at Potter, because that's fucking Avram Grant has a better win rate than both, though. That's not what we should be looking at.
Well,
I've had
apparently
it
they
these
hired Lampard
fucking
for
managers,
2 piece
man.
defense, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
and
just
you were
want to
happy
thank
about it as well,
Lampard.
man.
I want to thank Lampard for a couple of things. Some of the guys heard me say this like last night. I want to thank him for reinforcing that, you know what, as bad as Potter was, I now think Lampard is the worst manager to ever manage us, given how he doesn't manage.
You're just as bad as each other, bro.
And
Hey,
second of all,
Snapper,
and
you know
second
what?
of all,
The best part
hang
is
on,
about Lampard, at
hang on,
least he didn't
second
say
of
the
all,
boys keep everything, though. He didn't say that,
second
innit?
of all, these
Oh, he
three
did.
games,
Oh, he did.
these 3 games, even with part of
Did
the
he?
season, these 3 games are
Oh,
up there with some of the
come
worst
on.
this season, man. The performances. Yesterday was a complete, well, it was 24 shots to 4 at home. 24 shots, right? And then he did a
look at his
FIFA
build-up
career mode
list.
sub. He did a quad sub. He did 4 at the same time.
Yeah.
What's that,
Madrid game. It's crazy, man. I mean,
I don't
De Zerbi-
understand how is
De Zerbi's
almost
build-up was so
600
nice
people over
yesterday.
here and it's only 270 likes, people. Come on.
Yeah, what is this?
Chelsea shot conversion rate.
We're
That's what
at
it is.
300, bro.
It's
Yeah,
their
Yeah,
fucking
let's make like what's his name?
What is this? A Lampard win percentage stream? Come on, man. Let's bump up the likes. What is this? Come on. Let's do this.
Bro, what you guys saying
It's
for
the likes,
Nagelsmann,
people.
bro?
It's the likes.
You guys want Nagelsmann, or Enrique?
13,
Would you
well,
want-
I remember
He's
I was
not a
having
sporting coach,
debate
like
with people
I
who's
said.
worse, Lampard or AVB, bro. At least AVB knew what the
Oh,
fuck he was
Lampard.
trying to do, man.
Oh, it's Lampard,
Oh
bro.
no.
It's
It's if you critique over all managers, none of them have on AVB. Not even Potter. AVB is a better manager.
Yeah, I think so
Potter
too.
over Lampard overall is the better manager. At Chelsea records, if you go on,
Yeah.
technically Lampard is better than Potter. But Lampard is not a better manager than Lampard.
Potter.
Oh, well, Lampard is not a better manager than Potter.
No, I think you're right the first time, Alex. Lampard is not better than Lampard.
Yeah. Lampard is not a better manager as a manager. Like, for example, from the beginning, Lampard is never gonna be, never was a better manager than Potter. I'm just saying, at Chelsea level, that's a 2 different conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
But
do you guys think he'll play Mudryk on Tuesday despite the 90
Probably
minutes?
not.
We need runners, man. We need
Hope
runners
so.
in cut.
I hope so, right? Yeah.
Who can I just say, why are we even thinking? Who cares who plays Tuesday?
I don't know. Who knows?
there's only people
We
that
want
don't
Klopp
care
to win.
is Andrew and Scott. The rest of the Chelsea fans care.
Why are we even like, oh, who's going to play? Who's going to do this? Who
I
cares?
care.
We're
I
out.
care.
Just
Bro,
in
I'm
case
just
we
hoping
win.
I want us to win.
We have hope.
We're
I want
out.
I
to
want us to win.
That's the only way.
I care.
We're
I'm not
out.
thinking stuff for Bridge, man.
Yeah, big up Fatur for going. My man.
Hey, I know it's coming on Tuesday. Wait,
Sell your ticket. Hey, do you know what? Save yourself a journey, man.
Yeah, he
Sell-
ain't
sell
going
your
for
ticket, man.
Chelsea.
Sell
He's
your
going for a
ticket,
different
Fatur. It's a
reason.
wasted journey. Sell your
Hey,
ticket.
come on, Lewis. You know what the drill is on Tuesday.
Don't go,
isn't it?
Lewis, man. Sell your ticket, bro. Sell it.
I
Yeah,
will
look,
be
let's
there
sell your
for Hazard
ticket.
sympathy minutes.
He's
I
not
wanna
gonna
see
play,
it.
bro.
God.
Sell your ticket.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What a life we live. Yo, Chelsea fans, don't go to the games, man. Don't go
Well,
see
support
my
your
goal.
team, man.
Hopefully, it plays a little bit.
Wasted
Yeah.
time. Wasted time.
Hey, I
Listen,
enjoy Madrid big time.
I
man.
if I
Apart from the
see
football.
Hazard on the pitch for 2 minutes, it wasn't a wasted trip.
Sad
but
times,
it'll
exactly.
be in
Josh.
training though. It won't be
Sad
actual
times,
playing time.
man.
You know, it won't be playing
If
time.
you
it'll be
do, if
training.
you're not there when we are bad, don't be when we're in a high. That's set for a reason.
No, do you know what?
No, I
Do you know
don't.
what?
I don't speak English. Sorry.
Be there when the team deserves to be supported. These players don't.
Yeah, that makes a
Right.
lot more sense. I'll be real.
I
They
support
don't-
my team. I support my team, my club, the badge, not
So
the
what exactly-
individuals.
Yeah, but you support the people that make the
Support-
team, don't
yeah.
you?
I support the badge.
No,
Just like you
Chelsea
asking players
first,
to
players second. Well, I just
Yeah,
think
what
I've been
if-
gunning
what
at
if
these
Bowling
players
3-0
all
is
season.
just
seriously,
like-
this
Oh,
is
you're toxic for the club. No, because I'm not cussing the club out. I'm cussing players out.
This is exactly this is the time when you need to support your club. For fuck's sake, man.
Nope.
Especially with
No.
after this game, it's just our season is done. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
might as
They
well
really,
focus on
they-
this.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone. I'm sure they've really, they've needed supporting. Yeah, they've really shown it, haven't they? Yeah,
The
sure.
only support
I'm
they
not
need,
there
bro.
to watch them.
They need
Support.
Managerial.
What do you mean?
I'm
What?
I'm
What do you- yes,
supporting
you are.
the badge. I want the badge.
Okay,
badge.
who's in the badge? Who's wearing the badge?
Exactly.
They are.
Like, who's wearing it?
The lady that has a job to clean in the
Is she on the pitch?
the
No,
restaurant.
she's not. She's
No,
not on the pitch.
because of that
Is she on the
success,
pitch?
she gets the
What's her name?
salary.
What's her name?
Be-
What's her name?
Because of her success, she gets the
Her name is
salary.
Susie.
What's
Miss
her name?
Susie, exactly. Her
What's
name is Miss
Susie?
Susie.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's Janie. Okay, that's what
No,
it is. It's
you
Janie.
don't
Jamie.
know. You
It's
don't
Janie,
know.
okay? It's
You
Janie. You
don't
don't even
know.
know her name. See, you don't even know her. Hold on.
Yes, I don't
even know
know,
her.
man.
What's that, Jamie?
Fatur, that is the most exaggerated laugh ever,
three?
bro. God damn, man.
Seriously, man. What kind of freaking age we live in that we're not even supporting Chelsea, man? I
That's
don't,
a
I
Thai
don't
restaurant,
know.
Lewis. Come on, man.
Hey, you guys should watch this game at least. This is the last game of the season, pretty much, if you think about it.
I'm watching Napoli again, fam.
You're watching Napoli.
Go
no,
watch
no,
Napoli. Like that, just don't.
beautiful
You see,
football.
I'm okay with you
Last
have
game,
your
pretty
opinion
much.
and stuff,
Tuesday,
but
isn't it?
don't be
It's
like
Tuesday that we're playing, isn't it?
Andrew. Don't be like
I would
Andrew
watch.
and tell people to not go to the games.
I would watch
Hey.
us, but I have a flight, man. That's the only reason I'm not
I was
watching.
going to say, to be fair, I actually might end up missing the first half of the game anyway because I'll drive home from work, which is annoying.
Oh,
I have
got
a
you.
flight.
Okay.
Also, can I just
I really wanted to watch it. though.
comment, by the way, like me and Andrew and everyone else that are not caring about the club, we don't need you to placate us and to tell us what we can fucking do and whether we are true supporters or not. Like, none of us give a fuck. I'm going to be completely honest. You can tell us we're not proper Chelsea and we don't support the club properly. I couldn't give a flying fuck.
Suffer too much.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not.
No, I
No,
know
let
that's
me
not
just
what
let
you're
me just say
saying.
this.
I know
Let me
that's
just
not what
say
you're
this.
saying.
Let me just say this, and this isn't about right. I'm just completely tired from this season. Okay, I'm completely utterly tired from this season. Okay,
Doesn't look
Just
like
drained,
you're tired enough,
right? Yeah, I know that's true. But that's a different.
because you have a lot to say about it.
What I'm saying is this, right? What I'm saying is this. I have no confidence in these set of players to do anything, right? On Tuesday, right? I'm sort of messing with Fata. If he wants to go, of course he should go, right? But I'll support them any way I want, okay? I want them to go through, fine. I'll still, when they cross that pitch, I want them to do well, okay? I just don't think they will, okay? And anyone setting up, like this, you should always be positive. That's toxic positivity for me.
Yeah, that's toxic.
That's false positivity.
Well,
okay?
how can they haven't scored like 3 goals for the last fucking 3 months? How are they gonna
When's the
score
last
3
time
goals in
we
one
scored
game?
3 goals against Leicester, right? That was the last time we scored 3 goals. When was the last time we
3
scored
months
3
ago.
goals before that?
Wasn't it like 3 months ago?
I don't know what I'm saying. I think it was against Milan, right?
The favorite,
Milan,
the favorite sniffers in the chat.
By the way, Andrew, you know what's
What's
jokes
the
about?
proper Chelsea about what I'm saying? What's the proper Chelsea?
What's the proper Chelsea? Oh, the badge thing.
Proper fucking Chelsea, man. Come on.
This is not what do you know, Andrew? Do you know what's jokes about all this is all these people, by the way, that say you're not proper Chelsea, this, that, and the other nonsense, right? And this isn't aimed at Alex. This is aimed in general. These will be the same like people that are crying on Twitter after a game, getting pissy, getting moaning at players, while you and me are chilling, not giving a flying fuck because we don't care. I'll enjoy my evening on Tuesday. We can win, lose,
I'm
whatever.
okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm just saying, like, during the game, don't speak shit. What's the name? Don't tell the other people. Don't spend your money and go to the game. Because from that point, you're not saying what you actually do with you actually promoting something. And I don't want people to be promoting the negativity in the game. That's not fair. If people can, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, when in terms of with other people, I'm never going to tell other people how to support their club in terms of like Fata. If Fata wants to go like home and away every game, hey, more power to you, my bro. Like more power to you.
I think Fata should send Chelsea his receipts.
I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah,
that's what he should do. They are in money.
You should send your receipt to McDonald's.
Like, there's parts of me that like
what is that gonna do, bro? What is that gonna do, man? They're just gonna be like, why are you sending us receipts, bro?
Or medical bills. I did it.
Yeah, my bad, Scott, Andrew. I just wanted you guys to watch this game only. I feel like this is the only game that you guys should care about. But yeah, up to you guys. You guys can do whatever you want, obviously.
And if you want to watch the game, that's cool. Like, if you want to go to the game, that's cool. Like, here's what it is. Like, if you support the club however you want to, if you want to watch the game every single week and get invested, cool. You do you. If you don't,
23, bro.
And that's why I don't like what Johnny's saying. Like, what's his name? Johnny? Yeah, Johnny. I don't want him to, like, if you like, proper Chelsea, who are you to decide who's proper fan, who's not? You know what I'm saying? Who are you? The guy that has like size 50 mustache, or like, how you say it? Like, anyway, wrong.
Yeah, mustache. Yeah, correct.
If you know, anyway, it's something I can't
even
say.
Isn't it? Like, it's
no. I don't know how to translate it from Russian into English.
Yeah, no. Basically, it's a mustache. It's a mustache.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, you cannot tell people how they can feel or how they cannot. It's like my biggest pet peeve when people saying you don't know ball. It's such a cringy thing for me. It literally pisses me off because every person watches the game from their head how they like their team to be played.
Yeah.
Guy likes like a possession game and stuff like that. It's like telling the kid, it's like telling the person, what's your favorite color? He's like, blue. He's like, no, you cannot love blue color because green is better. That's how I see it from people when they like try to push you. That's what I saw from Carlito yesterday when he's like, no, you cannot criticize if you don't have an exit round.
Bro,
That's how I see it.
Lewis, can I be honest about Carlito? Just for 2
Yeah,
seconds.
sure.
I didn't need to bring it.
I was gonna
Why
say,
did
it's,
Carlito
depends
yesterday?
what you say, bro. It probably depends on what.
Carlito, your credential is bullshit, bro. You coached kids that doesn't make it. It's not equivalent to grown-ass adults.
He said
the
he
way
owned the
around.
club. He owned
Has
the
nothing
club.
to
That
do with
was
it.
actually
You telling people they're wrong. You were the one who has biggest wrong. You were wrong more than anybody else. Because said Potter would be successful. You said Potter won't be sacked, and he was sacked. You said Potter is good. Potter is shit. So you're the only one who are fucking holding Potter by the balls until he failed. The fact of the matter is, the only one who was wrong here is you. So stop acting like you have credentials because your credentials are bullshit, bro. You're like basically what you're saying is, oh, you like Burger King, McDonald's is better. I'm like, okay, and that's just a fucking opinion, bro. It's your subjective opinion. It's not a fact. Just because your name ends with an O doesn't make you a fucking poet, man.
No, Kyle.
Oh, it went way past the streams, man. It went so personal. It went so fucking personal with me. Dude, it went so personal. It's not even funny.
No,
man.
I'm watching later tonight. Say less.
No. That nothing happened on the stream that actually will
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
you.
it was, yeah.
It was past the stream. It went into DMs and
Bro,
like
the guy is shameless. He was having a whole big conversation in my DMs, bro. Talking to himself the whole time, man. 3 pages, man.
He seriously like, and I like look. The biggest thing for me with the whole thing with Peter would happen. I was trying to help the situation by fixing, by helping him.
Yeah.
By helping him to get understanding that like, look, shit happens. You need to move on. And I was defending the guy.
Bro, the guy he's trying to sell me fucking Potter like he's a prostitute, bro. I don't care. Like, look at this face. Does this face look like I give a fuck about your opinion, bro? Like, literally, move on, bro. Like, I don't need to like Potter like you, and you didn't get it, and now you're being a fucking.
Hold on a second. Holland Knight,
two-faced.
you
Never
might
mind,
will
man.
find
I'm gonna
Alex
be
in the
quiet.
woods. Calm, man. Calm. Gee, calm.
Oh.
I hope.
I wouldn't buck Alex
hang on.
Woods.
What do you mean by that?
He's talking about
I don't know,
Johnny's
man.
like
It's
you're in
Mingle's
the woods
monkey,
and all of
bro.
that.
Oh, is that? I thought we'll.
Yeah, it's like you're in the
Oh, I
woods,
thought you
son.
meant. I thought you
You're in
meant
the woods,
kind of.
son.
I thought he meant assassinated, bro. I don't know, man. My brain is.
No, I thought you meant. No, I thought you meant kind of worse than that. I thought you meant creeping in the woods.
No.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, dude. If you better come armed. You better come armed, man. All I can tell you, man.
No, Vic, not minerals woods. I'm talking about in the woods. Fucking hell, bro.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what a tree.
Oh, thanks for clarifying. I guess you're new to me because you don't know who I am, but
Yeah, Johnny Minerals reference knew that.
yeah.
Oh, look at. Oh, man.
Yeah, you should ask that squirrel what happened when it was in the woods. What a good ending.
It was on
Poor
private
bro.
property, man.
He just wanted some nuts, bro.
Once a private property.
There's literally laws saying shoot first, ask questions later.
Oh.
I don't think there's a law. I think that's just like a saying.
No, I think it's a laws in this region of the states where I
Wait,
live.
where's Jester, man? Jester is.
Oh, that's scary.
He knows these things by heart,
You
man.
first ask questions later. No.
Oh, he's just preparing his 1,000 words criticism of Chalobah after that performance yesterday. And fair play to him.
There's levels to being. There's levels to what that player did to Chalobah. There's the levels to be disrespected, man.
Bro, but also Fofana was kind of. He didn't see the guy behind him, man. Like, you're fucking Mark. You're a center back. You're supposed to be world class. They told me.
Yeah.
Alex, I said to you last night, innit? It's not these. Remember the excuses we're hearing about, like, oh, the pitch is too small for wide players.
Yeah.
Do anything? No,
we
Bro,
have
Hazard
the
was
same.
dribbling through 4 players, bro.
We have the same player, type of player. That Asian, we have an Ukrainian kid. Same player.
How you use him.
How you use him.
Yeah.
Use
We
Mudryk
had
the way they
Hazard.
used what's his name? That Asian kid. he will put anybody in his spliff.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
how hard it is to defend against that kind of player.
You can't.
Even
you
when
have
James,
to.
even when James was there, the exposing that side wasn't finished.
No, it was. Yeah, that's
When
what
James came, that side of the field wasn't been stopped exposing.
No, and we might see on Tuesday when Vinicius turns up as well, how he won't find it
Mitoma.
difficult to play on that pitch.
Quality player.
That's what I mean. But what I'm saying is that remember we were hearing that excuse of, oh, the pitch is too small.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, the pitch, by the way,
anyway.
the pitch diameters haven't changed since Hazard played, since Robin played, since Duff
No,
played.
you know
since
what's funny?
Joe
I understand if it's away pitch, but home pitch?
Yeah,
You don't know
exactly.
how to utilize your home pitch?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all that bullshit, man. And given only this should be the age of excuses. This is what this should be, man. Give players all the excuses going. The pitch is too small. Shut up, man.
Darko's saying it's really hot on the job right now. We might
For
see
who?
the end of the
You say for who?
for Lampard. We might not see Lampard to be interim
That
in
would
the interim
be, I
position.
can't lie.
Whoa, you think we're gonna have 5 managers in the season?
That'd be four. It'll be four. I'll tell
He
you
might
that.
will be he might
That
will
would
not
be-
be interim job at the interim job.
If that happens, by the way, that would be the cherry on top of the embarrassing cake for these owners. If they did
That would be
at
the
this point,
funniest shit.
at this point, if
5
it's all
managers,
fun,
bro.
I'm not even joking, right? They might as well stick it out until the end of the season. They've got
I'll
nothing
send
else
you
to
DM Lewis, so you will know
Hey,
what
nothing
hey,
else
someone,
to lose.
This is
someone
very
check
fucking
any-
ridiculous.
Can someone check any
I'll send it to you too,
betting?
Fatur, so you will understand.
Someone
why.
check any betting sites for the for who's in the
I'ma
running
check that out.
to be
I'ma check
second
that out.
interim boss of Chelsea this summer.
I was going to say, how the fuck do you get in then as the next interim, bro? You've already hired the only guy who's probably willing to take the job. Who the fuck do you
Yeah.
hire?
Wait, they're not for another interim.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wait, are they looking for another interim?
Oh, apparently,
Nah.
maybe.
No, not interim. Like permanent. They think
Permanent
that,
against Enrique Nagelsmann before
Yeah.
this season ends.
Nah, I
They'll
don't
swing
think-
it,
I
won't
don't
they? They'll
think
swing
do
it
that.
like
Then what was the
they'll s-
fucking point?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly, yeah.
Really close to the
I
players
got it
maybe
like
will
this.
respond.
I got it like this. It's simple. Oh, actually, this manager was available now, and we had to take him now. That's why Lampard's no longer interim manager. They'll swing it like that.
Bro, if Nagelsmann
Hey,
takes the job now,
Surfer, it's,
with 7 games to go,
it's 10
he's
to
an
1,
idiot, man.
Surfer.
I'll send you.
What,
Do you know
Spence
how
gets
much
sacked?
Lampard will look if we sack him right now?
Top 8.
He's done. He's done, man. He's done. He's done.
No, you know the thing is,
Even
Andrew,
though we
you
ever
know,
want Lampard again, you know.
Oh, never mind.
Andrew, you say that you know for a fact that he won't be done, bro. You know it's
Oh,
it's,
nepotism at its finest. Yeah, someone will.
Look,
look at the fact
Lewis,
that
I think it's done. Maybe he can go to the Bundesliga or something.
no, Donald, he'll get jobs in the championship. Look at Steve Bruce. That man still gets
That's
a job
what
all the
I'll
fucking
send you
time.
another DM.
Hey, Steve Bruce in the Middlesbrough, right?
That's
No,
what
that's
he said
Carrick.
No, that's
Carrick's
Michael Carrick, my friend.
like
Oh,
5
Carrick.
minutes earlier than the other one to me,
So who is that sent to?
Chris. You know
Oh.
the sheep shagger, Chris?
Oh, okay.
For God's sake, Harry. Let's be real
Oi,
quick.
oi, relax, fam. Hey, we're gonna
Love
get
Chris, thanks for
cancelled.
the-
That's gonna get
Oh,
cancelled.
hell.
Send
That's
those
what
messages.
that's
You
what
say
he
you
sent
see
me.
that.
That was the second DM was to me before the Chris sent me this. That's what
Celery,
how he talks to me,
celery.
and that's how he sent it to other person.
Two-faced people are the worst people, bro.
I see
The
that.
worst fucking human beings, man.
You see how he talks to me and how he talks to the other people.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
And
you
he
saying
like
yes, guys?
I don't know like it's just. Yeah,
Alex,
let's get off the
that's
thing
not
so
even
I
all,
can-
bro. Alex, that's not even all. I'll tell you after the show. That's not even all.
I'm kind of interested in this.
Hey, Lewis,
Yeah,
let's go,
oh,
man. Try restaurant outside.
Yeah, close the whenever you so I can show.
Well, anyone got anything else they want to go through?
Let's
Big
go
up Frankie
fight
Lampard.
at a restaurant. Somebody want to fight Lewis. I want to see it.
Well,
Why you-
Wait,
why
do
you-
you,
why
do you
you
guys
set up
blame
Lewis
the
to fight?
second
Why
goal
don't-
on
why don't
Felix
you
more or
fight Nippin?
James more?
Why don't you fight Nippin? Fight Nippin.
Oh yeah, I will
yeah.
fight on
That's-
the shot. Yes,
we're up.
thank
That
you.
no, hold on a second.
wanna
That's
hear
like
about
that's. I don't want
I knew you'd say yes. That's the only person he ever says he'll fight, man. It's,
Yeah, because it's like
I will, man.
yeah.
it's like it's
Leave
That's
Nipton
Alex
alone, bro.
against
The
the
guy is
squirrel,
going
man.
home by the bus.
no,
at
it's
10
like
o'clock in the
it's like
morning.
one of those alphabet people going and fighting UFC fight against our like it's like the difference, man. Like abusing it. It's
I don't know. Can Fatur even fight, man? It doesn't look like he
I
can
don't
fight.
know, man.
Al
But
Fatur looks
I
like he
tell you
can
for
fight,
one
man.
thing, Newpin definitely cannot fight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
So-
expect him to be able to fight. To be
Yeah, Newton is nice kid. Let's move on.
Yeah, leave him alone.
Javi, you are shameless,
Why
bro.
you hating so much?
Javi is shameless, bro.
Yeah, why you shadow fighting the camera, man?
Nah, man. See, I'm trying here. I'm trying.
By the way, why you didn't
trying
change
what? What are
since
you trying?
2014 picture, man? Why your face hasn't changed since 2014?
I don't know.
Me?
No,
The kid an answer to that.
Fatur.
I don't know.
It's from
I
all
don't
the
know why I
carbs,
haven't
bro.
changed
The
it,
carbs.
maybe
the
it's
carbs
maybe
preserve his
it's a
health.
protein. Maybe it's a protein.
It's not
I don't
protein. Don't lie on behalf of the protein. bro.
Protein?
Don't do that,
What's
bro.
the
Maybe it's a
protein?
protein.
Hey,
All
don't die.
fair
Don't lie,
enough,
bro.
but yeah,
Oh, you say
Don't blame
protein.
protein for all of this, bro.
I
Don't do
thought
it.
he said protein.
Yeah, he
Two
said
separate-
protein, bro. He said protein, yeah.
No. I
Too
thought
many
he said
carbs. Too many carbs.
protein.
Ah.
Two different.
No, he said one word, bro. You just took a breath in between. In between syllables. Oh. Yeah.
Anyway,
right,
let's-
yeah, we're gonna wrap up the stream anyway, though. So, guys, big up everybody that's locked in. We'll be back tomorrow to preview the Real Madrid game.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Big
Hey,
up
you know
everybody.
what? No,
that's
no one
locked
go
in.
to that game, man. I hate you all. No one go to that game. I hate you all. Yeah.
Hey, I'm looking forward to the
No one
dates,
go, yeah.
man. Come on.
Empty the stadium, man. Empty the stadium. As I say, yeah, don't go. Yeah, don't even wake up for the game. I hate everyone.
even
of
you running out of oxygen. Don't go. Like
Real people will be back for Shameless at 10:30. So check that out, people. And yeah, up the Chels. Up the Chels.